Hello. I never do this. Just saying hi. Starting stream. Hello. Oh god, where's my phone? Oh, here's my phone. Okay. Let's ping some discords. Let's not do music. let's just ping people, get people in here, and then talk about the stuff. All right. Discord 1 ping. Discord 2 pinged. Discord 3 pinged. Holy first! Yes, the review. The review. Hello. Hello, Tom. Never mind, Pug is hacking. Pug is hacking. That is true. That is true. Happy birthday, Dad. Thank you. It's not my birthday. Hello, hello. Ping. One last ping to the Discords, and we can get started. File on in. File on in. Hello, happy birthday, every pony. Oh my god, every pony. No, we're not doing that. Play. I'm not playing shit tonight. Play a friendly. Pug, I don't... Pug, I don't even... Happy Father's Day. Thank you, Tanya. Pug, I don't even have... Pug, I don't even have Hearthstone open right now. I'm not even doing that. Sorry for being whimsical. Oh, you're echoing the Ivan pasta. Oh, okay. What? Oh, okay, got you. All right. Okay. Whimsical. I'm just gonna wait like a couple more minutes. I'm gonna let people shit post. I'll wait for the ad break to finish off, and then we'll start talking about the cards. God, I'm gonna hate when it does that. Why does it do that? Why does it fire on through? Play friendly. Play friendly. I owe my wife a friendly. My wife had a quest. She's like, you want to do this quest later? I'm like, yeah, sure. Fucking forgot. I fucking forgot. Play friendly? I don't... What? I don't know if it's a thing yet. I don't know if it's a thing yet, Pug. Let's see if it catches. Play unfriendly? Damn, fishy. Damn. All right. All right. So here's the thing. I'm going to make it largely unstructured tonight. But the one thing I am going to do is I am going to start with my like usual bullshit intro. Having bullshitted my intro, we can get into reviewing the cards one by one, however they are displayed on the Hearthstone card library. I would love 7 years watching you. That's a lot of 7. That's a lot. That's a long time. I remember when you were a baby and I held you in my arms and you said, "Geist shit," and I smiled and you laughed and then I cried. I could have gone a lot darker. I'm glad that how it ended. All right, so welcome to another Schmoopydady guide experience, and by guide I mean set review. I don't know why I said guide. Okay, let's start that over because I can cut this out. Welcome to another Schmoopydady set review experience. I hate set reviews. I don't like watching them. I vaguely am annoyed by participating in them. But here I am, upon popular request, giving my Wild Focus set review for new cards. In general, I meet the prospect of new cards coming and making my life in Wild harder, or creating some unwaking nightmare or no new fresh hell, a source of anxiety for me. So I typically tend to ignore new cards until they show up and I have to play them. But let's talk about some of these tonight, and mostly try to focus from a Wild perspective. We're going to start with DH, and I have chat live to dick around with me while we go through them. All right, so we'll start with the Stardust Scythe For my visually impaired, it is a 4-mana 3/2 weapon in Demon Hunter that reads, after your hero attacks, get a Void Soul. The Void Soul is a related card that is 1 mana. It is a spell. It has a shadow tag, and it says, summon summon a random 1-cost demon. Improve with your future Void Souls. This is like, we have like Jade idols or animal companions at home. It seems bad and wild. We're going to move on. All right, how about Vicious Void Scale? Ooh. It's a 3-mana 3/4 Naga with Taunt. Death Rattle, get a Void Soul. Yeah. Okay, Void Blast is a 2-mana shadow spell. Deal 3 damage to a minion. If it dies, get a Void Soul. Anyway, I don't know how these are, I don't know how these cards are sorted, but I'm just going to kind of like just sort of click along with it. What the fuck is this? How are these sorted? All classes? Is it? Let's just start. Oh my God. All right. We're going to start with Death Knight, chat. I don't know what the Hearthstone card library is doing, but they're driving me nuts. All right. We'll do the Void Soul stuff later. They're sorted by release order. I'm gonna vomit. All right. In that case, let's ignore that we ever did those and start with the Disguised Doctor. Hi, this is the start of the review. Amazing. Disguised Doctor is a 1-mana 5/1 classless minion, or like, you know, tribeless minion. Can be played on either side. Death Rattle, shuffle 4 blights into your deck that deal 2 damage when drawn. Okay. Are you okay, Dad? You sound like you read a viewer deck list. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think this card is actually pretty good, and I think it's pretty good in that its flexibility. I really like this idea of minions you can play on either side and kind of flex a little bit of gamesmanship, or like a little bit of like being cute with your plays. Like, let's say I'm playing against a mage and I want to work around Ice Block. I can functionally run this as Ice Block tech. It's not great Ice Block tech. Like, you still have to draw one of the 4 blights, and you have to get the mage down below, you know, the blights, I think, deal, let's see, the blights deal, what is it? Detected, disguise, but what about the blights? I think the blights deal 2 damage. Yeah, they deal 2 damage. Duh, it fucking says it on the card, dumbass. Okay, so they deal 2 damage. You gotta get your opponent down to like 2 health, right? Potentially slow down Boar Warlock by 1 turn. This does take up a board space, which is like relevant. You can play around block, which is relevant. It's also a 1-mana 5/1 attacker. Like, you could play this on your size and hit the opponent in the face. You're allowed to do that. Functionally, for Death Knight, since our draw usually sucks, and at least for aggro decks in general, you don't give a shit if this shuffles blights into your deck. Like, that's like no downside. You've made a fucking 5/1. This also messes up res pools. I don't really believe in like messing up res pools that much, but like, you're not wrong. Like, this is one of the things that can be kind of cute how you play this. So like, you play this, you kill it off on your opponent's side, you know, you're playing around their block, you're possibly dealing extra damage. You don't want a 5/1 sitting on board for your questline DH opponent to just, you know, go nuts on and draw an extra card. So you play it on their side, and they're probably going to draw the 4 blights. So like, yeah, you don't get to swing with a 5/1, but at the same time, you do probably deal 8 damage. So it's called Disguised Doctor because it's actually a Magma Rager, but he doesn't want you to know. That is true. That is true. Anyway, I think it's a cool card. I think this is a neat card. I like the design already, and what I like about it too, which I think is an overarching theme for this set, is this is the first set in a long time that we haven't gotten a lot of on the rails card design with clear packages that are stuck together. I say that after having gone through a little bit of the Void Shard stuff, but like, just in general, there's a lot of kind of like really flexible pieces, and you're not really sure how you're going to use them, but they're there. which I think is in general a good thing. Some people complain that they're just like, oh man, like, you know, it's this, what am I even playing this in? And then some people say, well, it's too easy to solve the deck lists. They come out and immediately it's like, boom, we're done. Okay. The Living Plague is a legendary for DK. It has 1 Unholy Room. It's a 7 mana 7/7. It has charge. Instead of damaging heroes, this shuffles that many blights into their deck and deals 2 damage when drawn. Ooh, okay. This card sucks. This card sucks really bad. I want you to consider something. Imagine you play this on 7. You hit somebody in the face with it. They don't take 7 damage. You shuffle 7 plagues into their deck. And they kill it off. And then you bring it back with 4 mana, summon your highest cost undead. And it has charge, and it can hit face again. And you do that twice. And so you bring back 2 7 mana 7/7s that hit face. And instead of dealing 21, they shuffle in 21 2 damage plagues into your opponent's deck. Your opponent top decks none of them, and they die. This is like, I don't know. This with Mosh Pit, holy, I don't know. I don't think it kills the opponent quick enough to be any good. I have real reservations with how good this is. I think this card sucks. I think this card sucks bad. I think this is like Timmy. I think this is like Timmy crack, right? Like if you're a bomb enjoyer, a plague enjoyer, I think you're gonna be pleasantly surprised with this card. It's gonna be like one of your favorite cards to play and run. I think this card sucks. Turns off Zap, so it'll probably get nerfed. I don't think it works that way. I think it's dog shit. I think it's like fun dog shit, but it's dog shit. Yeah, the blights are kind of cool. They don't have any spell school. They are legendary cards. Plays are bad and this is worse. Yes. Like that's yes. So slow. It's so slow and weird. Oh, it's weird. Like you need to swing in that like magical scenario like 3 times. The plagues have cool art. That's not a great sign if we're talking about the art, right? Like if this swings like 2 or 3 or 4 times, like yeah, all right, like yeah, that's cool, but like yeah, no. Bring back plagues. The blights are it's worth noting that like this card's really cool. I'm going to enjoy playing it. It's fucking bad. It's not for me. It is for me. It's for me to have fun. This is a have fun card. This is not a good card. I will say this that I don't think other people are saying either. The charge also counts as rush, right? Like you could drop a 7 mana 7/7 and you could start trading with it. But like, what are you favorably trading into? A brute? Okay, you've neutralized a single brute and now they've drawn 1 card. Like, I don't know. It doesn't even shuffle anything when you attack minions. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It's not good, but we're going to move on from it. Tower of Ghouls. After this minion takes damage, summon 2 1/1 Frail Ghouls. The Frail Ghouls are the same tokens that die at the end of the turn that you get from the hero power. It is a 4 mana 2/7. No other keywords. I think this is going to be a house in Arena where the lack of keywords doesn't really matter compared to just like the fact that you're playing for board so much and this has a huge ass and also makes 2 1/1s. Like it has 2 attack, but functionally it has 4 attack. It's like a 4 mana 4/7 when it attacks, because you can in theory take the Frail Ghouls and send them straight into what you're what you're attacking or into other targets, which is also really cool. It builds a bunch of corpses. That's also really cool. I don't see this being good enough for Wild though. I think the lack of keyword is just like too brutal. 4 mana is a billion. Like on turn 4, we do not want to play a 4 mana 2/7. Like we want to be doing something more powerful in my opinion. But I think it's a really cool, and I like Tower of Ghouls. Yeah. Drink Blood is a 2 mana shadow spell that with 1 blood rune, lifesteal, deal 3 damage to a minion, refresh your hero power. All right, that's kind of cool. Refreshing our hero power is kind of sweet, and also it's lifesteal. I might play this. I would consider playing any 2 mana deal 3 in DK because it's kind of like the class of 2-mana deal 3s. Like it really does have a premium choice of like which 2-mana deal 3 you want to play in your deck to kind of contest the early board. It's part of what makes it a good anti-aggro class. It's a little early for the lifesteal to come on turn 2. Isn't this worse than most 2-mana deal 3s? It is worse than most 2-mana deal 3s. You're really only getting the best value from it on turn 6. But it is lifesteal. So, like, how big a deal is it to me if we don't end up refreshing the hero power? I don't know if it's that big a deal. If I'm playing this, I'm probably playing this for the lifesteal. This seems weaker than some other cheap removal spells, but also better than versions that aren't in Blood. Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be... This is probably going to be like a standard card, right? Refreshing Kerrigan HP is kind of heat. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I think I'm going to be happy if I discover this in certain scenarios. I am otherwise... Oh no, turn 4 because it's even. Yeah, I mean you could do it on turn 4. I'm not in love with building even DK with what it is. Timmy the Kaido, by the way, chatting on two fucking platforms at once is absolutely deranged. Good job, Timmy. Good job, Timmy. Goes into Reno blah 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 DK, but blah 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 is bad. I don't know if it goes into Reno blah 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 DK. Honestly, I don't know. I'm spending too much time on it. Blood Cone is a 3-mana shadow spell with 2 blood runes that discover a 5-cost minion. Spend 5 corpses to summon a copy of it. How quickly can we get 5 corpses? We can get 5 corpses pretty quickly. We can play a 1-drop, and then we can play Mining Casualties, and then we can play this and summon a 3-mana 5/5 on average. This is interesting to me, actually. This is interesting to me. I think it's going to be a house in Arena. I think it's going to be just not quite good enough for Wild, but it's intriguing. Why is this blood? Probably so that it's harder to satisfy the corpses. Like, we could definitely play, if we're playing the Zerg package, spawning pools helps get close to this. But it's like there, but it's like just a little bit short, I think. But if like an average of a 5/5 on turn 3, or like, you know, you get like a really I'd have to look at the 5-cost minions and what kind of effects you could get. Like you can get some shitty 5-cost minions, but just a matter how early. Imagine we always got it on 3. I think it's like borderline playable. How often are you going to get it on 3? Probably not that often, but also Mining Casualties and Spawning Pools are the kind of cards that I would definitely be keeping in early in the mulligan. So if we always get on 3, I think it's good. Yeah, I don't think we're always getting it on 3 though, right? Odds of getting it on 3 are a little bit slim to none, but it's interesting for sure. I like it as a card. This is going to be, again, an Arena. This is going to fucking kill, I think. Emergency Surgery. Choose an enemy minion. Summon 3/1/3 undead with lifesteal that attack it. It is a 5-mana classless spell, and it has a blood rune and an unholy rune. It doesn't do enough in Wild. Like, we need like Corpse Explosion to work. Oh, that's worth noting too. That's actually worth noting. Filterphobe. This uses corpses. One of the best cards, I think, in Blood. Like, if you're building a Blood deck in Wild, I think you basically have to build around Corpse Explosion or, like, Pterodax, right? Like, you need that kind of payoff. You need the corpses for that kind of payoff. And, like, this makes corpses. That's great. This also does, like, on average, 9 lifesteal. Okay, that's fine. But like I don't think this does enough. The boards you're trying to deal with on turn 5 usually require some sort of AoE, and this is not that kind of AoE. I am gonna get absolutely stomped on this in Arena. I think it's an Arena card, right? Like you're gonna pick off something big with this for 5 mana, and also swing the stakes back because you'll have gained 9 health back. I don't know. Not for me. Corpse Cannon I like. After your hero attacks, summon a 1/1 frail ghoul. Okay, so it's basically 2 mana for 3 damage. No, it's 2 mana for 6 damage, and it makes 3 corpses. I think that's great. I think that's fine. I think that's fine, especially if you're gonna like set it up, swing with it. Even DK so back. Fuck, I fucking hate this. Drop construct quarter on 3, and like you have a body to do the construct quarter. New even DK. Everybody's going even DK. Oh my god, I cannot wait, chat, for chat to just let go even DK. Like, yes, I think some of these cards absolutely support even DK. I just also am of the mind that like DK, I feel, is somewhat unexplored in Wild. And people kind of lean on Gen as a fucking crutch and never leave him, and it irks me to no end. It irks me to no end. UU Corpse Generator in the set with a BB payoff. Let's fucking go. It's true. It's true. It's not as good as the other weapon we can run, though, right? Like, we just got a crazy weapon that we could absolutely run. Do we run 4 weapons in even DK? Maybe. Sawbones. Oh, okay. This card. 6 mana, prepare. Remember, prepare means that the turn before or some turn previously, you can spend mana to bank mana to make this cheaper. Prepare. Battlecry, destroy all of your minions. Draw a card and refresh mana for each one destroyed. Oh, by the way, it's a 6/4. We're slowly starting to see... Now, I have always argued that spending corpses is a form of mana cheat, because it is. It is. You're taking something that is otherwise... You're taking something and getting value from it that otherwise you would have to spend mana on, and you're not spending mana. But this is the beginning of... We had the dragon last expansion, but this is the beginning of actually using Sawbones, like actually like getting some mana cheat, like actual mana cheat. And this card is nuts, I think. If DK is going to do anything in Wild that's new and exciting, Sawbones is going to be a part of it. Reminder that we also in DK are allowed to run the demons that you know, get cheaper for every minion that is destroyed on a turn. And also you're creating corpses, and also you're getting card draw, and also you're refreshing mana so you can play more shit after that. I think this thing's crazy. This thing's crazy. Yeah, I don't know exactly what we want to do with it yet, but I think it's worth cooking, and it's like a crazy card. The card's crazy. Bone Fury. Bone Flurry. 2 mana. Deal 3 damage split randomly among enemies. If a friendly minion died this turn, deal 3 more. I feel like this card... I feel like this card wants to go face with spell damage. It's super meh, because a friendly minion has to die in order to take advantage of it. It's all among all enemies, so like you're hoping that it sprays and hits a board, but what if it all goes face? Nah, I think this is shit. Blood Doctor Talan. Or Thalina. Thalina. Thalina? Blood Doctor Thalina. Thalina. Probably call her Blood Doctor Thal. Blood Doctor Thal. It's a 5 mana 4/5 undead. 2 mana Fireball Ball. Yeah, great. 5 mana 4/5 undead. 1 blood room. Hero power. Get a second hero power that costs corpses. The second hero power is Vampire's Kiss. It costs 3 corpses. Give a mana 3 attack. Give a minion 3 attack. This costs corpses instead of mana. Corpse Spender for CNE. Yeah, I don't hate it. Like, am I going to be using the corpses all the time? No. Do I have better things to use the corpses on? Sure. But, like, we are getting... Here's the thing. Climactic Necrotic Explosion, I think right now, is already a decent win condition for Rainbow DK, because I think we actually have some really good cards that you can use spend corpses. You've got Maw and Paw, you've got Foam Render, you've got the Pew Pew Ice Spell, you've got Pterodax. Like, you've got a lot of cards that spend corpses pretty easily, and this is another way to spend corpses in a productive way while you're passively ramping your CNE in your deck, right? And then when you finally draw it, you can just rip it at the opponent's face, and you're happy at 10. That's assuming you get to 10. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is going to be a fun card. I don't think this card's going to be good in Wild, but like, this is yet another way that we can sort of meme and fuck around and try to pretend that we can use CNE as a way to win. Which I think you can kind of reasonably do when piles are playable and when a Rainbow DK is playable. I don't think in the current meta any kind of pile is playable, so I don't have any hopes for Rainbow DK, but like, fun card in Rainbow DK. All right. I believe that is it for Death Knight. I think Death Knight got some fun cards. I think my highlights are the Disguised Doctor for Death Knight. I think that's really good. Tower of Ghouls, not for Wild, but just for Arena, I think is kind of a really special card. Sawbones is incredible. I think if you got no other good cards and you just got Sawbones for DK for Wild, you'd be like, yes, fucking awesome, sweet, great set. The fact that we kind of got Corpse Cannon and also Disguised Doctor, this is a pretty good set for DK for Wild as far as sets for DK for Wild goes. I don't know. All right, let's move on to Demon Hunter. We've already talked about all the Void Blasts. So we've got the Stardust Scythe, through the Vicious Void Scale, through the Void Blast. Just in general, because we're going to assume that I cut out the previous versions where I talked about these things. These, like, you know, we've got a 4 mana 3/2 weapon. After you attack, get a Void Soul. The Void Soul package, to me, seems, I don't know, pretty weak. You're getting a lot of mana cheat, right? Like, every time you pay your 1 mana, that is Shadow. It's not Fel. If it was Fel, we'd be having a different discussion. But every time you cast your Shadow spell, you're summoning a random 1-cost demon. I just don't think that mechanic is good enough in Wild. I think it's too slow to ramp up. I think it's really cute, obviously, with our DH Legendary. Trash Thath, Soul Parasite is a 6 mana 1/1 with Prepare and Rush. After you summon a demon, gain its stats. Isn't this just Relics reworked? Yeah, pretty much. More like trash. Yes, I think we've made this joke before. All right, it's trash. Yes, trash that. Yes, basically. I'm done talking about this. I think it's cute that we can spend 1 mana to summon demons. We can make this in theory cost 0. Like, all of it in theory lining up sounds great. I think in practice it's going to be slow as shit. Holy fuck. All right, Void Souls go away. Captive Nathrezim. 10 mana, prepare, taunt. All minions cost 2 more, and it's a 6/12. And it's a demon. If this... Oh, man. Karai would only be a 6 mana 6. A 6/6 taunt. New Razor Scale? But it's too expensive. How would we... How do we cheat this out? Like, I know we have ways to cheat it out, but let's be honest. How? This is awful, right? I think so, yeah. I think it's bad. But it's cute that you can prepare it. And in theory, pair it. Barnes. Yeah, Barnes would work. I think it's cute that you could prepare it and, like, pair it with the trash, right? Giga Mana Wraith? Yeah, I think it's bad. Cosmic Manifestations. Deal 2 damage. Shuffle a random Demon Hunter spell into your deck. Outcast, do it again. Deal 2 damage. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and it's a shadow spell. Okay. Pause. I think this is actually possibly better than it looks. I know it seems really underwhelming, right? We're putting random shit into our deck. We're dealing 2 damage. It's only cost 2 mana. Like, it's Shadow. You might say, like, well, why are we using this? Just, like, pause on this, and I'll come back to it for in a second. Hellraiser, Battlecry, discover a card in your deck. If it's empty, gain +4/+4 instead. It's a 3 mana 2/2. Pick out something from your deck. This having no type is actually good to me. I would totally play Hellraiser in like an a Reno DH, and I'm looking for specific pieces. You're discovering a card in your deck, so it's like you get to draw 1. But you get to discover it. 3 mana 6/6. Sometimes it's a 3 mana 6/6. Let's talk about when it's a 3 mana 6/6. Oh, actually, let's not. All right, we'll get there. We'll get there because this pairs with the Lego that ends up making your deck empty. It's like a smaller Xavius. Yeah, I mean, like, okay. I think the dark gifts that the Xavius bestows are not necessarily just like, we don't just chuck them out, right? Like sometimes they're bad, right? Like sometimes you get double Battlecry Finley and you're like, what the fuck, God? But in this case, it's like a smaller card grader. It's like card grader without the stipulations, right? It's card grader without the stipulations. You could just play it and you just grab stuff. Xavius is just minions. Xavius is just minions, and this is any card. At least we're not dredging the cards. It's not terrible. I would consider sniffing it in a Reno pile because it's like, oh, I want a specific card at a specific time, and I only run 1 copy of my yellow cards. So why don't I go get my yellow cards? I don't know. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Dark Bribe. Man, people fucking hate this card. People think it's a bad card. I think this card's insane. It is a 2 mana shadow spell. Draw 3 cards, pick 1 to give your opponent. So you're filtering your deck. Sorry, Filterphobe. You're filtering your deck for 3 cards, and 2 of them you get to keep. 1 of them you get to send over. We finally get to cut Sigil of Time from Questline DH, finally. I don't think you cut Sigil of Time for this. I don't know if you cut Sigil of Time for this. I would cut other cards before Sigil of Time. Timmy, I wouldn't cut one of the best cards in the mulligan for a deck the first chance you get. I would instead considering cutting one of the shittier cards and then doubling back and saying, all right, well, now this makes it redundant. Yeah, Questline DH, Token DH obviously sees this and salivates. Now, here's the one thing that's a little bit spooky. If this card works the way... If this card... It's good in the mulligan, but bad everywhere else. This is good in both places. I don't... No, dude. No, dude. I don't know. You think it's trash? Filterphobe giving a discounted card to your opponent ain't it? Yeah, but what if it's like you give them something they can't use? Like 90% of the time, the thing you're giving your opponent you can't use. I think in the mirror, it's spooky. I think even if I give them a token, no. Noob. So the way this would work, I'm assuming, is if we're pulling shoots, the shoots are going to... The parachutes are going to... not count of the cards you have to pick to give to the opponent. We've done similar things like God, which was it? Was it supplies? What is it? Scourge supplies? The 3 mana draw 3, but you have to discard one of the cards. Remember that card came out for Warlock? And at the same time we could play shit like Void Shards and stuff like that. Right? And so what ends up happening is if like you draw a cast when drawn card that removes itself from being one of the choices. If that removes itself from being one of the choices, you have only 2 other cards to pick from. So if you draw 3 shoots, it's cool because there's no downside. you get all 3 of your parachutes down and you draw 3 cards. But let's say you draw 2 shoots, you're going to have to give your opponent the 1 card you did draw that wasn't a shoot. There's going to be so many cases where you have to give your opponent a philosophy or a remnant, but who cares if you give them a remnant? It's going to cost 7 mana for them. They can't do anything with it. When you hit 2 shoots and the third's a mana burn, there's going to be some bad shit. If you give your opponent philosophy, do you care? I don't think I care. I think I'm not as attached to my cards, I think, as opposed to other people. This says draw 3 cards. Like, I don't know. I think you sniff it for sure in a lot of things. I care about not having a 0 mana 5/4 that draws 2 cards and extends my turn. I mean, maybe Filterphobe, but like if that's really your if that's your best option to give your opponent, I think the other cards you drew were pretty fucking sick, were they not? I'm just saying, like if that's what you'd play this in Priest, I think this is gonna see some play and gonna see some experimentation. I don't think it sucks. I think it's risky. But when have Wild players ever not gambled? All right, this is where I was going to go with it. All right, you're Arita Sinseeker Lifesteal. Holy shit, she's a 4 mana 7/5. Battlecry, send your deck into the void. At the start of your turn, get 2 cards from the void. Okay, so here's how I understand this card works. Okay, her tempo's insane, right? It's 4 mana for a 7/5. Okay, great. And lifesteal. Drop her down. Your card goes into the void. The void is not your deck. Your deck is now empty. From every turn after this turn, you will begin to take fatigue damage, which I believe is why she has lifesteal and such a high attack. However, at the start of every turn, you're going to be getting 2 cards from the void. Those cards are random, and they are the cards that would have otherwise have been in your deck. So here's how I understand it. If, let's say, you play Irida, and you had 23 cards in your deck, you will get 2 random cards from those 23 cards from now until forever. The cards will never get less. It'll always be 2 random cards from those 23. Kind of cool. It could mean that you high roll and get like multiple Zephyrses. It could mean you high roll and get multiple Renos. You can't draw anymore at all? Well, no, you start getting fatigue. And you can't. Well, I think it. Apparently, can't you discover from the void? I think somebody said that you could discover from the void, or maybe you can't. And since you can't discover from the void, since you can't thin it down, that's why Hellraiser says gain 4+4+ instead. Here's the thing. In DH, in Wild, we aren't scared of fatigue. We fucking weaponize it. So to me, this has a whole lot of possibilities of not only just giving like something like Reno DH the opportunity to handle one of the problems it always has, which is card advantage, right? For some reason with Reno Demon Hunter, just the draw is sort of never really getting the right mix of draw and things to do is always such a tricky balance. And this can kind of like put you in a situation where you say, listen, I got 40 health. I'm getting 2 cards a turn. You're only getting 1. I'm going to outvalue you at some point, even though I'm taking fatigue. So you just keep like drawing and getting shit and getting shit and getting shit. I don't think it goes in Questline DH, but like it's an interesting card and it's not hard for DH to weaponize fatigue. So I don't even hate the aspect that you're taking fatigue. I don't know. Card is cool. Card is cool. And also, that's when you start looking at like Cosmic Manifestations, deal 2 damage. Shuffle a random Demon Hunter spell into your deck. Outcast, do it again. This is supposed to, I think, designed to help stave off fatigue. And so when you do draw a card, you'll not only get 2 cards from the Void, but also your random spell. If I remember right, when you take a card from the Void, it's gone forever. I don't know. I don't know, Raxius. It's not infinite cards? I have no fucking clue. So, okay, so it's not working this way. So it isn't just like 23 cards and you have those 23 cards forever. So eventually you're eventually going to run out of cards from the Void? I don't know. Seems weird. So you're taking fatigue and the Void eventually runs out? I think I'd still play it. So you're just turboing through your deck even faster, and that's like that has its own. I would call that a side grade. I believe they said it would run out eventually. If I recall, it's like supposed to be moving your deck to a sideboard. I mean, either way, the way I'm looking at it, either I don't run out of cards and I can draw multiples of important cards in my deck, sweet, or I do run out of my cards, and I can use my deck tracker to track which cards I am most likely to draw the next turn, and I can still set up stuff like my going down swinging combo to end the game in my deck, and I know that eventually I'll draw the pieces, and I'll draw the pieces twice as fast as I normally do because I'm drawing 2 cards a game. I think either way, I'm okay with either outcome. I don't really know because I haven't played with the card yet. So once we play with the cards, we can kind of figure that out. I don't know. It's a cool card. Like, regardless of whether or not it's good, this card is going to have people cooking and creative and sort of sitting down and trying to figure out exactly how to make the best of this happen, right? That's cool card design for me. All right, so that was DH. So I think DH got a really cool set. I'm a little disappointed by the Void Soul. I think the Void Soul stuff's kind of a dud for Wild, but like the Legendary and Dark Bribe, to a much lesser extent Hellraiser. Mostly the Legendary and Dark Bribe have me excited to try different things in DH and Wild this expansion. Okay, Druid. Druid kind of go crazy. Okay. Spiteful Chef. I'm going to drink some water. Could it enable Togwaggle DH? Absolutely could enable Togwaggle DH. Why not? Why the fuck not? All right. Spiteful Chef. It's a 3-mana 3/4 Battlecry. Summon summon a 2-cost taunt minion. If you have 10 mana crystals or more, summon a 6-cost instead. So you're guaranteeing you're getting a 2-mana taunt minion, and it's a 3-mana 3/2. This feels very much like a good arena card. And also a weird card you're going to see that shows up in Reno lists for no reason. This could summon a Dirty Rat or a Skybound Sentinel. Yeah, I mean, like, I think we could do better. Broken Arena card. I think we could do better in Reno Reno Druid. Or just better in Druid in general. We could gain mana that turn instead of playing a 3-mana 3/2 and then plus whatever stats we get for taunt. But it's not I wouldn't call this a bad card. It's just I think we can do better in Wild. Lethal Recipe. Draw 2 minions. If you have, it's 3 mana, draw 2 minions. If you have 10 mana or more, give them +3/+3. I think this has to be good in some sort of combo Druid. It's not melon good, where it's like, let me go get the specific minions I want and let me build my deck around that. But I think we already consider playing stuff like Pendant of Earth in similar decks to go ahead and draw cards. Alignment? Sure. Psych Melon 2.0? I think that's fair. KVLT on this on this for sure in Dungar. I agree. Like in decks where we can't really find the right match for Melon, or in decks where we really want specific minions and we don't care what order we draw them, so not Barnes decks, right? I think this could be pretty good for sure. I think the just 3 mana, draw 2 minions, done. Stop reading the text. I actually think that the 10 mana or more, the 10 or more mana, give them +3/+3. I think this will actually lose some games because of the animations. So, like, you know. Druid has a lot of 2 mana, draw 1 minion. This is 1. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fair. There's a lot of 2 mana, draw 1s. Or even Pendant's a 3 mana draw 1 with a benefit. Like, this is just, like, if I'm just trying to go fast and I don't care about my life, this is pretty good. Yet another Druid tutor card. Sleeper. Oh, poor baby. Dungar specifically wants Kael'thas or Dungar. This one wants the others off of Bud. Yeah, so maybe Dungar isn't the best example, but like regardless of whether or not it's Dungar or it's Dragon Druid or it's Beetle Druid, which is just Dragon Druid, or it's Reno Druid, I think we look at drawing 2 cards for 3 mana. And specifically, it's 2 minions. I think it's a good card. Noxious Bribe. 2 mana, no class at all on the spell. Discover a choose 1 card. It has both effects combined. Give a plain copy to your opponent. Seems bad. Chef Nethrek. 3 mana, 3/3. Start a game. If your deck has cards that cost 3 or less, set your mana to 10 after 5 turns. Why, though? To what purpose am I doing this shit? Works with Renethal, great. 10 mana on turn 5. This is the best card I've ever seen. Oh, man. I don't know, guys. Guys, what turn can we play Astral Communion now? We could play Astral Communion on turn. This is the best card May has ever seen. True. If she's seen it. XL Astral Communion time. RJ, did you read the fucking card? You can't run anything that costs more than 3, man. What is the payoff for this? I just don't understand what the payoff is. Okay, let me say this. I can envision a future where this card is meta. I can. I can envision a future where there is some batshit payoff to this fucked up bad card. And like we're all like screaming and crying and gnashing our teeth and being like, oh man, why did they print this card? It was so fucking bad when it came out, and now we have it for fucking ever, and they never planned for it, and it's just hanging around in Wild, just waiting to be broken. Like, I could possibly see a future where that's true. But it's turn 5, man. Oh, man. I think it's overcooked. I do think it's overcooked. Most speculative nature studies you've ever seen? Right. The payoffs are arena type cards that generate top ends, I guess. Like, you listen. Does Forbidden Fruit end it? Listen, my Astalor is going to go fucking nuts on you. I don't know. Chat's going to overcook something and send this to me and I'm going to cry. Oh, you know what we should run this in? We should. Here's it. Okay, ready? Here it is, chat. Here it is. We're going to run it in Untapped Potential Druid. And this is going to make playing like 45 Jade Idols in a turn go crazy. Except we can't run Due Process. So we have to run like Fungal Fortunes and shit like that. It's going to go. And you just wait. We're going to cook it. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love it. Infest the Scullery. 4 mana. Summon a random 4-cost minion. Improved by your hero attacks this game. I I'm having a tough time dismissing this card out of hand, and I really fucking want to. Should I be dismissing this card out of hand? Should I be dismissing this card out of hand, chat? Somebody push me in a... Filterphobe, tell me this card sucks. Please tell me this card sucks. I think this card sucks. This is probably bad. Well, but if I'm attacking turn 1, and I'm attacking turn 2, and I'm attacking turn 3... This card sucks. Okay, nah, I get it. To be honest, it's barely not playable. Like, turn 4... summon a random 7-drop, that's probably not good enough. That's probably not good enough. I'm going to move on from it. If I stare too deeply into it, it's going to stare back at me like at the Green Goblin mask. I don't want to fucking look at it. Okay. Widow's Bite. This card. Okay. This card is a 2-mana spell. Give your hero +1 attack this turn. Gain 1 armor. Add Widow's Feast to your hand. Adds it to your hand. Widow's Feast is 2 mana. Give your hero +2 attack. Gain 2 armor. Add Widow's Banquet to your hand. Give your hero 4 attack this turn. Gain 4 armor. Holy fucking shit. We can spend 6 mana. We can spend 6 mana. And we can gain 7 attack in a turn. And also 7 armor. Holy shit. Questline Druid stonks. The Questline Druid is going to get a concerning amount of support this particular expansion, and I don't like that. Not that I necessarily don't like Questline Druid itself. I have some very fine memories of Questline Druid, except for the fact that when Questline Druid is good, it's incredibly polarized. It has like, it's all 20-80, 80-20 matchups. The first 2 stages are kind of slow. I feel like Claw on antidepressants. I don't hate that analogy. Like, 2 for +1 attack's not great. The first 4 mana of this stage is garbage. Fair. Right, because you're spending 4 mana to get 3 attack and 3 armor, and that's really low. But it's still fuel. I don't know. All right, maybe this is not as bad as I expected. Because another thing that Questline Druid kind of struggles with, okay? One other thing that kind of struggles with is card advantage, right? Like, there's a lot of times, like, the cards that you want to have in your hand in Questline Druid add other things to your hand. This might make an XL version, right? Like, we might run a copy of this in an XL version. Maybe this is not as good as I expected. But I don't know. This is going to encourage people to run this. Groovy Cat is a better value payoff, especially with Artanis. Yeah, I guess it's not. This is not displacing the Chrono Boost stuff, right? We're still going to be running the Protoss stuff, probably. Okay, Spiderling. It's a 1 mana 1/3 beast. Your hero has +1 attack on your turn. Corbett called this top 20 1-drops ever printed. This card is nuts, though. This card is insane. This card is busted. I think the other cards in this set are replacing the Protoss stuff? Possibly. Broken card that's missing a home, in my opinion. You don't just stick this in everything, Filterphobe. Would you stick this in Reno Druid? I would stick it in Reno Druid. I would not. I mean, I think Beast Druid's unplayable, right? Like, yes, obviously it goes in Beast Druid, but Beast Druid's unplayable. So we can, like, move on from Beast Druid. Aggro Druid is also unplayable, but, like, Aggro Druid loves this. It doesn't go into Even Druid. Timmy, shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Think of it as like Brain Masseuse. I think it's better than Brain Masseuse, though. Because Brain Masseuse can only attack 1 target. This can attack 2. You could split it up. Goes in on, though. Oh, my God. Oh, Druid! I can tell this will piss me off. I might play it in Mill Druid. I might play it in Mill Druid just to slow the opponent, like as like aggro tech. Just like slow the opponent down. I can kill a party fiend with this. I'd consider it. I'd consider it. I would consider it in both aggro and control decks. How does this work with the quest line, by the way? It would proc it by 1 every turn that it's alive on the board. So you start the turn, like, because weapons work this way. You'd start the turn, and you'd get +1 progress. Do you play this on 1 instead of the quest line? Ooh. No, I don't think so, because I think you might coin it, though. Right? So, like, you play the quest, you play this, your hero gets +1 attack, you get progress for gaining attack, right? The turn ends, this sticks, because it's a fucking dire mole, who's what's removing it. You come back the next turn, you get +1 attack again. You make progress on the quest line. I think that's how that works. Yeah, I think we questline coin Spiderling. I don't know. This card's insane. This card's kind of nuts. I do think that it's worth noting that we are going to be giving up on... If we do run this card, it's another beast, and we're giving up on trying to tutor the cool cats and the owls with the 1/1 that draws a beast, but I think that's okay. If I don't have a turn 2 play, I would cast this before the quest line, to be honest. But then you're not getting any... But, noob, then you're not getting any progress. I don't know. I think my issue with Reno Druid is strength, ramming the 8, and then Lone Ranger, and running this might be a stall. Less ramp, weaker pop-off. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'd still consider it, though, because you don't always draw the nuts. Like, you're mulliganing for the nuts, but you don't always get the nuts. I don't know. But one of the best 1-drops ever printed. Full stop. Secret Ingredient. This is a good card. 0 mana. Ooh, we like those. Choose one. Give your hero +2 attack. Second option doesn't even matter. We get another pounce, chat. We get pounce 2.0. Seems good. Questline Druid support. Pog. Always +2. It doesn't matter what the second payoff is. The second payoff is get a random Druid card. Even Druid. I'm going to time out Timmy on this platform so he can spam Even Druid in the other one. Spider Rider. After a hero attacks, draw a card. It's a 2-mana 1/4, so it should stick around for a while. I like this card a lot. I like this card for Timmy's with us in spirit. I can almost hear him now. Sing-along buddy stonks are up? No, they're not. Sing-along buddy's in the fucking trash. Jesus Christ. No, but Spider Rider is kind of cool. It works with... it works with your hero power, but also if you have a weapon up. Would you coin it out? Would you coin this out? I might. It's going to stick. Aggro Druid doesn't need more support. Icy Hot. What the fuck are you talking about? Aggro Druid is in the fucking tank. Aggro Druid isn't winning anything. Okay. If one of the best decks in the format is Aggro Druid, I am ecstatic. I am ecstatic if one of the best aggro decks in the format is Aggro Druid. Do you know why? Because Aggro Druid sucks. It plays entirely for board. It has 0 reach. It was comical when you'd play against an aggro druid back in like Dark Moon Fair days and you were down to 5 health and you knew you were going to win because they were never going to burst you down from 5 health if you just traded into every single fucking minion they ever produced. Oh, man. Aggro Druid is good? No, it's not. It's not good. This might be good. Are Nerubian spiders false advertising? Nerubians are undead spider-like creatures, as I understand it. They should be all undead. What do you mean? You're under range of 5 hero powers over 5 turns. That is true. Aggro Druid is the first deck I ever hit Legend with. I revisited every expansion. Understandable. So you must be eating good super base. You like this one a lot. All right, it's a different one. Staff of Trickery, a 4-mana 1/3. After your hero attacks, discover a druid card. Reduce its cost by your hero's attack. This is kind of nuts. This could be kind of nuts. It's the druid cards you're discovering are usually not going to be good, huh? I think it's a fun card for Questline Druid. I think I would play this for fun. Here's how I see this playing out. So I got Icy Hot calling it trash. I've got RJ calling it sort of busted. I've got Timmy the Kaido, who's not banned in YouTube, saying it might be cool. Where's it gonna be cool, Timmy? Where's it gonna be cool? I'll fucking get you. It's a Timmy card. I could see it performing better than expected, but not good enough to run seriously. Is that a fair place to put it? I could see it being like, I could see my opponent high rolling the shit out of me with it. You know what I mean? Like, I could see my opponent high rolling the shit out of me with it, and I'll be so fucking mad. But, like, going in that, like, I can't really rely on it. I know, this is cool. All right, so what's my verdict on Druid? We got a lot of really, like, baseline good cards, like Lethal Recipe, Spiteful Chef, maybe not for our format, but just in general. Seems like good. Secret Ingredient, Spiderling, and then there's even some fringe stuff that you could see kind of being better than expected. Like, I don't know. I'm looking at Infest the Scullery, and I'm still like, I don't know. I'm having a tough time thinking that, like, this is complete trash. Widow's Bite is too slow. I think I've been convinced since that Widow's Bite's going to be too slow. Spider Rider seems like it could be all right. And Staff of Trickery could be like a fun Timmy card. Probably not break anything, but just sort of be fun and not hate yourself doing it. Just solid, not flashy cards. I mean, the Spiderling is flashy. The Secret Ingredient to me is flashy. Questline DH is back. Who knows? We might one day look at Chef and be like, I can't believe that they ever printed this card. It's so broken. Probably not, though. Hunter. Let's go to Hunter cards. All right. Sewer Swimmer. Prepare, Battle Cry, trigger a friendly minion's Death Rattle. It's a 5-mana 5/4. This is way too slow, in my opinion. I don't think the Prepare helps anything. I think the decks where you actually care about Death Rattles in Hunter, you basically need to be doing something every single moment. It's just 5-mana Play Dead. Yeah, 5-mana Play Dead on a stick. Dog shit. Okay, but I did have a funny moment. I did have a funny moment, Filterphobe, where I imagined this with Unnerved Egg. And, like, you just make a bunch of, like, it's not even as good because you're not doing Magnathal Lions and you're not trading in forever. But, like, you could, in theory, make like, a whole board full of, like, shitty little sewer swimmers. All good at Walt Weast. All good. We're just talking stuff. You mean Princess Hooran? Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, it's even worse than Princess Hooran. It's even worse than that. Completely useless. Dig for Freedom. Give a friendly minion Death Rattle. Summon 2 random 4-cost minions. Good arena card. Too slow for Wild. I would never play this on purpose in Wild, I don't think. The value is really intriguing, though. I mean, I think it's great. It's nutty in arena. I just don't think it does enough in Wild. I don't know. Chat, anything nice to say about Dig for Freedom? Don't like spending 4 for this? I don't like spending 4 for this either. I'd spend 4 for it in arena, though. This is really nice for Token Hunter? Is it? Best card ever. The art, I guess. All right, we're moving on. Trans better? Yeah, no shit. Oh, I completely agree. I haven't seen, by the way, I haven't seen a minute of any rare and card reviews. Does he just agree with everybody all the time with everything they say? Is it like a nervous habit of his? I've seen the meme, but is that what's happening? Yes? Oh no. All right. Chat. Underbelly Network. Summon a 2/1 rat with Death Rattle. Draw a card. Do I? I don't think Raren has opinions anymore. Unlucky. Do I want to spend 2 mana for 2 loot hoarders that are beasts? I don't think I do. Well, okay, that's okay. Pause. Location hunter. If we're gonna like figure out a location hunter where we're using pools and this, okay. Check out the token. It's pretty funny. Oh, it is pretty funny. How much you want to bet? He goes, mind if I roll cheese? It's going to be something goofy like that. Mind if I roll cheese? I'm calling it now. Doesn't interface with fetch, which is nice. That is true. Am I going to spend 2 mana in Hunter to draw 2 cards? That's actually pretty okay, but it's just slow. It's just kind of glacial. We have spawning pools and Parrot Sanctuary. Deck needs a 3rd location. This might do it. I don't know. Maybe it's just good enough. I feel like it's on the border, though. I feel like it's going to feel bad to play. Like, Filterphobe, at that point, why don't we just play, like, the Playhouse, the Pew Pew? Like, I guess we don't run enough beasts for it, but, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm unconvinced, but I think it's right there. Fun fact, I had to ban the word agree in the YouTube chat live stream because everyone kept spanning it every time Raren talked. Holy fuck. That's not a good sign. Black Market Overseer. Whenever you play a Death Rattle minion, give it Rush. Okay. This, I don't think, is a meta card. However, it's a 1-drop, and the effect is powerful. I like it. I do like it. Broom exists? I mean, this is... Yes, okay. Fine. This sticks, though. Broom is a 1/1, and you have to play it the same turn you play the other things. This is a Dire Mole, and it sticks around. This creates Boar Hunter Infinite Source. Trust me, bro. Yeah. I think it's a good effect. Okay. I don't think there's any meta way. You could summon this with Confront the Torvir. That's a good point. This needs to say summon. Ooh, good point. This says play and not summon. I don't think it's going to be good. But I think we can cook with it. It's not going to be meta. I said that going in, it's not going to be meta. But I think we can cook with it. Number go up. Holy shit, Millsy. That's 160 streams. Thank you for making it, Millsy. Guard Dog is a 2-mana 3/1 beast with the Death Rattle. Summon a random 1-cost Death Rattle minion. Up Dog is the flavor text. I like it. I like this minion a lot. It's a beast, so it's going to have to go in a beast-specific deck. We really want to keep beasts to a minimum when we're talking about any kind of deck where we're running a Jormunger, and any kind of good deck and Hunter deck in Wild is probably looking at a Jormunger. But, like, it's sticky. What's up, dog? I know, I like it. I think it's super good in Arena. I think you spam these in Arena and your opponent's like, oh my god, I'm never getting rid of this. How's the 1-man Death Rattle minion pool? Probably dog shit. but like it's a board presence. Like you kill it and like something's still stuck behind. I mean, it's going to have a tough time seeing meta play in Wild. Like, all the Death Rattle cards, like, your Death Rattle really has to be bananas for a Death Rattle card to actually matter in Wild. Wait, this can summon Depth Charge. You think it's just bad? Outside of Arena? I was going to say in Arena, it's crazy. I would consider playing this in Beast Hunter. You kill it off, and something's left behind. I don't know. I would consider playing it in Beast Hunter. I'd consider it over like one of the other shittier 2-drops that we play. Could even summon a beast. Maybe. Kind of cool how Undertaker comes back. It probably doesn't. Yeah, 1 mana flavor. Right. Because it has the beast in its tail. The tail, the rat. It's holding the rat by the tail. Holy shit. Bananas. I thought we moved away from it. Is there a way to give it reborn? Power of the mind. Power of the mind. Beast Tripwire. Summon a random 5-cost beast. Shuffle two spells into your deck and do it again when drawn. Okay, so when you draw the spells, it also summons a 5-cost beast. This will be a fun sort of parasitic archetype to play. I don't think this is Wild viable though. Like, I think we're going to be doing some like we'll do this in the shell of some other better deck and then try to pull the tokens with Nayeli. I do think that it'll be easier to do shit with this in Wild just because we can turn Hunter's Hero Power into 1 mana, discover a card. So I think the Tripwire stuff in general in Wild is going to get a little bit more traction than maybe it even might in Standard. But yeah, it's not great. Smuggled Shovel, Death Rattle. Draw a spell that didn't start in your deck. Sweet, Cthulhu Hunter support. It's a 1 mana 1/2 weapon. I'm going to move on from it. This is already going longer than I wanted to. Arcane Trickwire. Deal 5 damage split among all enemies. Shuffle 2 spells into your deck that do it again when drawn. The 5 damage for 3 mana. I don't hate that. It's arcane, so we can boost it. We can discover the other copies are cast when drawn. And they are arcane, so we can boost them. We can discover them. We can find them. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not good enough for Wild, but it's not bad. Rat Catcher is a legendary for Hunter. It's a 3 mana 4/2 mech. Battlecry, copy all spells in your deck. Death Rattle, draw 1. I think this card is more viable in Wild than it is in Standard. It's a mech. We can tutor it with Timeline Accelerator, and we have a 1 mana hero power to go get whatever spells we want from our deck that have been copied. I feel like the Tripwire with Sylvanas Triumph style deck to go phase with Disco Package. You could also spam taunts. Yeah, sure. Oh my god, Questline Hunter? I mean, I wouldn't play Questline Hunter, but sure, if you want to. Like, there are going to be specific... Like, you could build a deck that focuses on triggering this. What's the payoff for duplicating a deck? I don't know. More Tolvirs, more Triumphs. Maybe you get more spells to make it easier to do Boar Hunter. I don't know. I think that's going to require cooking. Just because I don't see an immediate payoff, though. Can this go infinite with Fizzle? Fizzle can't go infinite anymore. So no. Fizzle literally has in its text once per game. The snapshot literally has in its text once per game. Pretty sure. 90% sure. 99% sure. Next year, once we have both better cards to dupe and Tolvir Revert, yeah. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not shitting on this card right away. King of the Underbelly. While building your deck, it's a 6 mana 6/5 beast. While building your deck, pick 3 contraband beasts. Battlecry, discover 1. It costs 3 less. There's some funny shit we can do with this. This card makes Questline Hunter go infinite. This one, King of the Underbelly. What's the infinite? Has the best 3 been listed already? No. What are our best 3? What do we think, chat? I'm an open book. Best 3 go. Reno Hunter card? It's really slow. And it's another beast. You can run Dreadscale and Even Hunter. I'm gonna fucking kill you. No, you can't actually, dumb fuck. The beasts have to be from a different class. So you can't actually have... you can't actually run Dreadscale, dumbass. What are contraband beasts? I believe contraband beasts are beasts that you can't normally run in your deck, so they have to be from another class. Enduring Roach, Spirit of the Badlands, Lava Gorger is the day 1 bit. I don't disagree. The 3/3 charge minion from Warrior? Sure, you could do that. New Warrior Police plus Shire Farmer? Seems bad. Glug, Pogo Hopper, Spiderling. I just like them. Ursol plus collateral damage. You could try that. Sure. Sure. Ashimane for refill. Sure. Venomous Rattlesnake. Isn't that a Hunter minion? Pretty sure that's a Hunter minion. Can't put Hunter minions in here, guys. Catch up. Catch up. This is 2 Macaws and Spirit of the Badlands and Reno Hunter. Sure. I'm okay with that. But the Spirit of the 2 Macaws and 2 Macaws and Enduring Roach and Questline Hunter works for me. Lava Gorger for Ceaseless. Yep. Okay, so we got it. 100 minions are not allowed. Yeah, they're not contraband. Only contraband are in here. All right. All right. How's it work with Bran? Probably not very well. All right. All right, what do I think in the Hunter set? I think we've got some interesting cook spell. I think we got some interesting cards to cook with. Nothing overtly powerful. The Arcane Tripwire, the Tripwire spells in Wild, especially for me, seem like fun things to do, but not necessarily good things to do. Especially the Arcane Tripwire. The Arcane Tripwire seems fun to me. Stuff like Guard Dog seems like, you know, it might be solid enough to play, or if I'm dicking around with like an egg deck, like, I don't know, some sort of like Black Market Overseer might be a fun card to cook with. The Underbelly Network, why is it so big? The location kind of might be okay. I don't know. King of the Underbelly seems like a fun card. I think Rat Catcher is not worth like getting rid of it. I don't know. Rat plus Macaw 50% of the time, whatever you include. Oh, so you get 2 free Macaws. Oh, so you're saying like 0, 0. So you're getting like 2 free 3/3s. Okay, I could see it. I could see it. Yeah, I don't know. It's okay. I'd say it's like mid. It's mid. It's a very Hunter set, isn't it? It's a very Hunter set. There doesn't seem to be anything to me that's like overtly broken. Hunter's just sort of stuck figuring out what the fuck to do with its things. All right, let's look at Mage. Let's look at Mage. Spirit Sentry is a 3-mana 3/4 elemental. Reveal a spell in your deck. If it costs 5 or more, deal 5 damage split amongst enemy minions. How funny is it going to be that I'm going to get this for 0 off of Inferno Herald? I'm going to drop it down. It's going to deal 5 damage amongst all enemy minions because I'm going to immediately get the Solar Flare. I would never run this on purpose in my deck. Breakout Architect, 5 mana 4/5. Battlecry, discover a spell that costs 5 or more. It casts twice when played. I would never run this on purpose in my deck. 5 mana 3/3 is Bootleg Alchemist. Battlecry, choose a card in your hand. Transport it into a spell that costs 5 or more. It keeps its original cost. I would never run this on purpose in my deck. Jailhouse Mana Storm is a 5 mana 5/5. Battlecry, after you cast a spell this game, summon a random minion of the same cost. This could be fun. This effect is kind of powerful, but at a 5 mana, 5/5. It's coming down really late in the game. Fun, but It does make a spell like Mask of Cthulhu a lot. It does make a spell like Mask of Cthulhu a lot more palpable if you know it's dealing 10 damage and also summoning a 7-drop. Not like the worst. Is it going to use the functional? Is it going to use the functional text of the spell, or is it going to use the actual cost of the spell? So, like, if I cast a ley line, will it summon a minion of the reduced amount of the ley line I cast? Probably. I think that makes it worse. Sunset Volley is really fun with this. Yeah, you get 2 minions from it, right? Yeah, fun card. Seems like a fun card. Mystic Misdirection is a secret. When an enemy minion attacks, transform it into a 1/1 sheep. Chat, more secrets. Are you so excited for fucking secrets? I am probably not playing this this on purpose in my deck. This is like tech, right? Like this is the kind of shit. This is the kind of shit you end up running main decking in your deck when like when like oh my god, like Switcheroo Priest is meta. More stuff to play around? I mean, just play around. We're playing around Vaporize anyway. This is just a second copy of Vaporize. So it's like, Teching against Boars, it doesn't even do that. It's fucking stupid. That's a bad take. It doesn't even tech against Boars. Hopefully you're memeing. All right, we're moving on. Cold Snap. 1 mana, freeze an enemy. Get a random frost spell, and it is a frost spell. It's 1 mana, do a thing, but like we can't really reduce to ice spells really easily, so kind of mid. Actually, taking against Boars. Oh, I did like. Oh, taking against the charge Boars. Yes, not the death rattle Boars. I apologize. Lo siento. Contraband Wands. It's 2 mana. There's no spell school, but you get 3 arcane missiles. I see people really excited for this card, but it has no spell school, which really puts it in a really tough place. It's never being 0 unless you're discovering it. You kind of want to discover it off of like Primordial Glyph more than anything. I don't think you ever. I don't know. Does Copper like this card? Copper fell to his knees in an Italian Walmart when he saw this card. You think this is good enough? I saw him have some reservations about it, saying that it's not arcane. And he's like, I don't know. The cake is a lie. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think this looks better on paper than it's going to be in practice, but I think it's going to be nuts to discover off Glyph. If you could play this for 0, it's insane, especially for something like Waker Mage. Maybe it's good enough. I don't know. Maybe it's Maybelline. Code Violet is a 7 mana prepare spell. Summon a 8-cost minion. If you cast 3 other spells this turn, do it again. You can pair it with 2 mana Chadgar, and I'm never putting it on purpose in my deck. Trixie Improviser. Prepare. Battlecry. If you've cast a spell this turn, cast a random mage secret. It's a 4 mana 4/4. I'm never putting this in my deck on purpose. The Skeleton Key. Discover a spell, refresh your options. 20% chance to take 5 damage after each refresh. This card is busted. This card is discover an out. If you don't see your out, refresh it for almost no downside. And if you can even like the downside, and if you decide that you can hit yourself enough, you can even play Molten Giants, take 4 hits, play Molten Giants, and drop those fuckers down. I don't know. This card is, and is it only 1 refresh? No. You could refresh as much as you want. You spend the 1 mana and that's it. You just go. Yeah, the 10 mana 6/6 dragon works too, right? Yes. If you hit yourself twice with this spell, you get to play a 0 mana 6/6 in standard on one. Now, all classes? Are you dumb? We're on mage, bro. Dragons are potentially usable. I agree. Solid Alibi interacts amazingly with this card. True. Also, yes. Yes. Can't wait to find lethal with this one on the opponent or myself. Listen, ¿por qué no los dos? Right? If only Warlock had this? Are you dumb? I don't know. Mr. Turtle Boxer, I think, just says shit just to get reactions out of me, so I gave him a reaction. This is something. this is something. Oh, all classes, like all classes. No, it's gonna be mage. If it said it would have to specify from different classes if it wasn't gonna be mage. That wasn't a dumb question. Mr. Turtle Boxer, you've baited me so many times. I just assume that like dumb shit's coming out of your mouth. My apologies. All right. So for mage, I think Jailhouse Mana Storm can't be dismissed entirely. Is it high key, low key, or skeleton key? Yes. I think the Jailhouse Mana Storm can't be completely dismissed out of hand. But I don't think it goes in a good deck, right? I don't think it goes in a good deck. Contraband Wands is interesting. It might work in one of those like Flame Waker, Quest Mage style decks. Maybe. It's going to get experimented on. Maybe it's okay, maybe it's not. But again, we're going to be paying 1 mana for it. Cold Snap is interesting, but not quite good enough. It's going to be a good discover, I think, right? Code Violet. No. What's the other interesting one? Skeleton Key. This card's the busted card. I think this card's busted. This card is going to be like, how fast can we turbo through? I'm cutting Glyph for wands day 1. Go for it. The Skeleton Key, I feel like it's like, let's turbo through our Discover quest. This slots immediately into like our Hostage Mage, our Hostage Discover Mage. Like it's like not even a discussion. This just goes in. Probably over one of the 1 mana dragons. But like this could even like build its own type of mage. It's that kind of card. It's that kind of good. And it's arcane. Like it's silly. We can make it cost 0 with the right setup. So I think mage is actually eating okay for wild. Standard players are really upset about the state of mage. They don't like the mage cards, but this is really cool. Skeleton Key's the real rule breaker? Yeah, probably. I don't know. That made me click a thing. Okay, next. Paladin. Everyone's favorite class. Reinforcement Aura. At the end of your turn, summon a minion from your deck that costs 2 or less. Lasts. It says last turns. Last 3 turns. It's a holy spell, and it's 3 mana. For 3 mana, do we like Aura Call to Arms? Is it good enough? What do you think, Filterphobe? Filterphobe, if it lasts forever turns. Boogie Down 2.0 deck density? It seems slow. But we also have a card that can leverage it. 1 mana too expensive? You're down on this? It does seem slow. XLCTA could actually see it more. But yeah, it does seem slow. You could find Dirty Rat. You could just keep summoning Dirty Rats or Tolviers or Weblords. I don't know. We can do better, though. I think we can do better. Scarlet Recruiter, Battlecry. Summon 2 minions from your deck that cost 2 or less. Give them Rush. I would like this card a lot, except it's a Battlecry in the deck that wants to run Weblords. I don't think it's necessarily It's called arms over 3 turns instead of all at once. Yeah, that's fair. Kind of busted? You think this one's kind of busted? Giving them rush is really interesting. I thought Geb was the only real playable aura card in Wild besides Crusader. You can also play they recently didn't fully revert, but they did rebuff the lifesteal aura, which isn't that bad. It's kind of CTA for 1 more mana, 1 less minion, but a 4/4, and it gives them a rush. Yeah, Dep Aura, thank you. You think this is good? I think it's gonna ultimately be bad, but it's borderline playable. I think it's borderline playable. I think a change is what you do. Thank mods? No, that was me. Has Battlecry in a Weblord deck. Yeah. I think people would cut the Weblords to play this. It's probably not great. Dep Aura got flagged by Automob? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Holy Bola! Draw a card. If it costs 2 or less, draw another. At first, I liked this card a lot. Summon 2 Ash Tongues, damage yourself. You could do that. At first, I liked this card a lot. I think in the right deck, it's an interesting card. I think in general, I don't think it's very good. Because I want to summon the cards that cost 2 or less. I don't want to draw them. In the decks that I want to play this, busted? We think this is busted? But no, this is 2 mana draw 2. It doesn't continue. It's not draw forever. Like, it's not like, oh, draw a card. It's 2 or less. Draw again. Oh, it's 2 or less. Draw again. There's no shot it's that. It's draw a card. If it costs 2 or less, we draw another card. No? Am I wrong? Somebody correct me, please. Because that's how I'm reading it. It's 2 mana draw 2 is never bad, right? But except when you draw something that isn't 2. There's no way it's infinite. I don't think it's infinite. They wouldn't give infinite card draw to Paladin. It would say repeat. Thank you. Okay, so yeah. It's not 2 mana draw 2. It's 2 mana draw 1 sometimes and sometimes draw 2. I think repeat has to be in there. Like Sethi said. So I think it's like, it's okay. It's okay. I think it definitely goes in a Treasure Guild deck, but it's not as exciting, I think, as other people think it is. But that's okay. I'm not going to dunk on anybody for thinking that it's... I'm not going to dunk on anybody that thinks it's going to draw infinite, because, like, we've never seen it. Spectrocide isn't included in Aggro Demon Hunters? That is true. That is true. There's going to be a deck that plays this, but I don't know which one. You're probably just going to send me Even Paladin that plays it. It's to its detriment too. It's holy, so it's like No, it's okay. I like it's like it's This card though. This is a card. This is a card, Commander Beatrix. 1 mana 5/6. Taunt. Oh my god, she's got Taunt. When building your deck, pick a 2-cost minion. 10 copies join your deck. 11 Crab Riders. 11 Dirty Rats. 11 Weblords. 11... Holy shit. Dreadshot, no you're not. Breaking Wild at some point? I don't know about Breaking Wild. I think it's gonna produce a deck though. Astalor Pally? Just spam Astalors? Unplayable? It's not unplayable. Holy shit. It is not unplayable. I don't see how you get unplayable from looking at this card. Do you think running this makes your draw 2 for 2 look better? No, because you're not summoning it. Ten is such a large number. It's comedically silly in how many there are to point at such a slight nuisance. No, I think this card's nuts. I think this card's nuts. I think we're going to find some way to make this annoying. I was interested in just like Copper said Galvanizer. Yeah, I'm not convinced about the Galvanizer though, because now your deck's all Galvanizers. And like there's no payoff. You just get a bunch of 0 mana Galvanizers, and then what's happening? Like, listen, if it plays out where Mech Pally, which is already a good deck, Mech Pally is an underplayed deck in Wild. It's a solid performer. If having 10 extra Galvanizers in there does something and doesn't just give you a handful of like 0 mana 1/2s that do nothing, great. I will accept that I was wrong, but I don't think Galvanizers is the way to go with this. You don't keep Galvanizers in the middle and full toss for Treasure Killer Radar, right? But I do that, and there's still 10 fucking Galvanizers in the deck that I end up drawing. I don't know. I'd have to play it. I'm not convinced yet, but I'm willing to be wrong. I've been wrong in the past, and I'm probably wrong about things too. You could start running bigger mechs with more Galvanizers. I wouldn't do that, Buzzer Food. No. Now you're making the deck worse. No, Buzzer Food. Bad. Anyway, that card's nuts. Darlaran Champion. Divine Shield taunt. Whenever this gains stats, gain an extra +1/+1 on wherever this is. Ooh. Imagine if we still had hand buff Paladin, chat. If we still had hand buff Paladin, this card would be insane. I think it's too slow. Scarlet is better. Sedan is better. I don't think it's better. I don't think either of those cards are better. It needs Dep Aura? That's true. I don't think this brings back... I mean, this has Divine Shield and Taunt. So let's say I give it on average... Let's say I give it +2/+2, so it gets a +1/+1. So on turn 4, it's a 4-mana 6/6 Divine Shield Taunt. That's not really good enough, is it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's good enough either. How terrible it is as a 1-of in Libram? I think it's bad because it's a taunt and it's not. It's bad because it's not killing the opponent or getting lifesteal. I think the flex in Libram Paladin is how much lifesteal rush are you running? Are you running a plushie? Are you running plushies or are you not running plushies? I don't think Divine Shield Taunt is where it goes. It'd be a 7/7? But it's one instance of +2/+2. So if it's one instance of +2/+2, it gains 1/+1. Right? Are you telling me for each +1/+1, it's getting an additional +1/+1? I think it's all instance. So like if let's say I were to give it +1/+1 3 times, that would be in reality +2/+2. But I believe one instance of +3/+3 would give it just +1/+1. So in the one case, if it was 2+1s? Oh, no. No, I was just thinking like, so on turn 2, I should have spoken out loud. Turn 2, you forge the mech. Turn 3, you play the forged mech. You give every minion in your hand +2/+2. That's what I was thinking. That the 3-mana forged mech. This would also get another +1/+1 off Dep Aura. All right, that's true. That's true, but I wasn't including Dep Aura in my original math. You're doing that now. I don't know. It's meh. Judgment. 6 mana prepare. Choose a friendly minion. Set all minion stats equal to this minion's. This will be in an OTK. This can also flex This can also flex as like removal. I think this card will absolutely see play. It is holy, which I think is kind of a detriment, but it's pretty okay. I like this card. I like this card too. I think it's interesting in how it ends up. It's interesting in how this card ends up, again, rewarding flexibility. This will piss me probably. It will piss you. Definitely piss you. What do you think of the OTK playable? I don't think it's I think the OTK right now is playable fishy without fucking around. So like this just makes it easier, I think. Holy means it's pretty easily tunable. That is fair. That is fair. If that's one of the holy cards you want. Yeah, this will end up doing something. Welcome back, Holy Wrath? Kinda not, though. Kinda not. All minion stats, hard counter to Big Shaman. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of... You could do a lot of things with this. Now, I don't think you want to pay 6 mana for it. So you're going to have to take a turn off to prepare it to do something. But still. Vigilant Sentry. Taunt, Battle Cry. If your deck has no neutral cards, summon 2 Vigilant Sentries. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So if we're racist, we get 2 Vigilant Sentries. Where's the Vigilant Sentries? Oh, the same thing. So it summons copies of itself. So it's basically providing 3 bodies. And it's summoning 2 Vigilant Sentries, not 2 copies of itself. Just 2 individual Vigilant Sentry tokens. Kind of mid. Reno card versus aggro? If your deck has no neutral cards. Yeah. Racist Pally. Yep, Racist Pally. Yeah. Not for me. Truth Seeker, 7 mana, 3/3. After your hero attacks, give your paladin minions +2/+2. Hear me out. All right, hear me out. This has to be... No, this is just bad. I was going to say, let's compare this to Hope. Let's compare this to Hope of Kel'Thuzad, and then I realized, no, this is just bad. Scarlet Bruiser, 2 mana, 2/2, Death Rattle. If your deck has no neutral cards, get a random paladin card. It costs 2 less. This isn't even good in Arena. Valma, Looming Death, Battle Cry, destroy all non-paladin minions. I actually could... Valma? I could actually see Valma seeing play. Be not afraid! I could see this actually seeing play. Like, you rip 4 mana Nas, and you get 10 mana, and your opponent builds a gigantic fucking board in front of you, and you have an option to either Vama or Reno. I don't hate it. And you get to keep your 4 mana 8/8 in both cases. One-sided board wipe seems good in a mid-range mirror. Control Pally? Yeah. The problem is like... Unfortunately, our opponent mana burned us. Well, then you just play your Reno. Alex, don't do that in my chat, man. I don't want that shit in my chat. All right. Let's say I could see it being fun. I could see it being a big, expensive one-sided board clear. Fringe playable. Probably fringe playable. All right, Paladin. I think you get excited. Why isn't it a beast? Because it's not a beast. It's not a beast. The way I'm kind of looking at this for Paladin, you get excited for Judgment. You get excited for maybe the Scarlet Recruiter. You really get excited for Commander Beatrix. Commander Beatrix is insane. I think someone at Blizzard desperately wants Light Ray to be viable. It is viable. I know you guys can yell at whether or not it's a beast or not. I'm gonna continue on to priest. Priest. Okay. All right, Soothsayer, prepare, taunt, battle cry. Restore 6 health to your hero. Summon a death rattle. So restore 6 health to your hero. Summon a random 6-cost minion. Good in arena seems too slow for wild. I gotta pick it up. We're at 11:30 already. Undeath sentence. Trigger the death rattle of a random friendly minion that died this game. Noob correctly pointed out this is better in specifically my deck that does the heal burn combos and brings back my 3/3. Well, no, it doesn't bring back my 3/3. It triggers the death rattle of my 3/3, and I can, in theory, combo back faster. Burn Priest does like this. I don't think it makes Burn Priest like tier 1, but I think it's fun. Undeath Sun for heal burn? Yep, great card for that. I think the one case where the other spell, which is the name is escaping me right now, is better is in the fringe cases where you really want to bring back an ethereal oracle in order to do ethereal oracle things. But I think games like that are so fucking lost. It's like, meh. It replaces Holy Spring Water. It absolutely does not replace Holy Spring Water. Holy fucking shit. No, it doesn't. All right. Anyway, I would not run Reanimate Dead. I would play this over Reanimate Dead. Holy Spring Water is like a 2-mana Pyroblast. Do you really want to cut a 2-mana Pyroblast? It's better than a 2-mana Pyroblast. It deals 12 damage most times. I'm not cutting the 2-mana Pyroblast. You're free to. Karkraw of the Broken. Death Rattle. Get 3 copies of a random legendary minions. They cost 1. Seems bad, but fun. Holy Embrace, restore 4 health. Get Dark Embrace that deals 4 damage. Everybody is telling me, oh, Schmoopy, this card goes in Heal Burn. It doesn't. I don't see how this goes in Heal Burn. Now, track me, and this is what my thinking is. How much mana do we spell for how much damage? How much mana do we sell for how much damage? We're spending 4 mana for 8 damage. 4 mana, deal 10? It's not even deal 10, it deals 8. Would you believe me that in Heal Burn, I can spend like 4 mana and deal over 30 damage? I think this card sucks. I think 2 mana is 2 mana too many. I think if it costs 1 mana, if it was 1 mana heal 3, 1 mana deal 3, it would see more play than in its current form. I think this card is bad. I think this card has no home. Broken in Shadow Priest? You're right. It breaks Shadow Priest. That's completely correct. It absolutely breaks Shadow Priest. Your hero power won't deal damage anymore. Hold them off. Prepare. Give a minion +5/+5 and lifesteal. I actually think that this card is more viable than this card. Is that insane? Hold them off could be something in Chrono Boost Priest. How often do you... All right, Fishy, how cheap would you have to make this? How much mana would you have to prepare this in order for you to be happy to play this in Chrono? What do you think? Because I would have to acquiesce to your greater knowledge. Because 5 seems expensive. It's easy enough to get to 3. On turn 2, we could prepare and make it cost 2. Blade Master Samurai support? You're not wrong. You've also got palm reading and illuminate, and you can reduce it more. Okay, I see it. Yeah, I could see it. So through prepare, through palm reading, through illuminate high rolls, you could possibly get it on there. +5/+5 and lifesteal's a fuck shit ton. And the thing about, if you guys ever watch Fishy play Priest, and I love Fishy streams, especially when he plays Priest, he tempos his little token charger guys frequently. So like I could if you're telling me you're not paying 5 for this, sure. If you're telling me that you're not even necessarily having to bank a ton of mana into the prepare to make it work, okay, you've got my attention. Spectre of Despair. Taunt, can't attack. It's a 2 mana, 2/6 undead. Chad, I don't totally hate this card. I really don't totally hate this card. You just throw it up like a roadblock. It's basically a Dirty Rat, but imagine you don't pull anything and it's against aggro. It's better than Dirty Rat against aggro. I don't think it's good. I don't know if I would include it on purpose in my deck. I definitely wouldn't play fucking Silence Priest. I've done that too many times. I've gone on too many benders with Silence Priest to do that. A lot of stats for cost. It's a lot of stats for cost. It's like the 3/8 that freezes itself. Yeah, and that doesn't see play in Wild. Except you're doing this on turn 2 and not turn 3. If Resuscitate was 5 mana, it's not really worth it. I don't think it's worth it running in your deck, but it's like, there's a lot of cards. Here's what I love about this set. It's insane in Arena. Yeah, oh yeah, it sets up and it's there forever. Here's the thing. There's a lot of cards that feel like they are on the edge of viability, even for Wild. Like, we're looking at them and we're like, is this really going to work it? Nah, it's not really worth it. But like, you look at it, makes you at least think. And I love that about this set. Minesweeper, Battlecry. If you played a copy of an opponent's card while holding this, deal 2 damage to all enemy minions. I kind of like this card in those thief type decks. I don't think those thief type decks are good. It's a 2 mana, 2/3, 2/3 minion, if I didn't say that. It's at least good enough. 2 AoE isn't really worth it. 3 AoE is much better. I'd probably try this anyway. This is kind of viable in the Reno Thief Priest. I would try, I'd try it. So here's the thing. Let's say it's turn 2 and we drop this down, it's a 2/3. Are we upset? In Reno Priest? Probably not. If the upside's working, great. If we don't have the upside yet, can we just play it as a River Croc? Yeah. Is that the greatest play? No. Are there worse plays? Yeah. Hero Powering's probably worse. This is at least tempo. I don't hate this card at all. I think it's pretty cool. And I like the design too. Enthralled Shade. Kind of violent Azalea deck. Right, exactly. Death Rattle, reduce the cost of cards in your hand that were copied from your opponent by 1. So this is another way to reduce stolen stuff. And it's a 3 mana 4/3 undead. I think the Death Rattle's too slow, but I think in a Thief deck that I'm trying to make work, I would include it because it's aggressively statted and it makes my otherwise probably unplayable shit a little bit more playable. Not to say that it's good. Those are my honest thoughts. Unshackled Soul, destroy a minion if you played a copy of your opponent's card while holding this. This costs 1. This can cost 1 mana targeted destruction. Is this good enough anymore? Is 1 mana targeted disruption good enough? And it's not even 1 mana targeted disruption, it's conditional. I think this is too conditional to run, but I think you run it for the fun. I probably won't meet the conditional until turn 3 against aggro, and that's enough time for Disco to buff their fiends to 3/3. That's my problem too. I think this isn't good. It's close, though. It's probably fine in Arena, actually. The art is good. The art is good. Playable. All right, there you go. Azalina Soul Sever. Your deck is 20 cards plus 20 cards from your enemy. Battle cry, draw until your hand is full. It's a 7-mana 7/7 undead. Duke solved. That's a good point. This card is so disappointing for me. Every time we got a clarification on this card, it got less cool. So at first, I thought we started with a 20 card deck, and your mulligan was 20 cards, and then the Azalina effect would take over, and it would copy everything after that. But apparently, Azalina copies the cards, and then you get your mulligan. So you can also mulligan your opponent's weird-ass cards. Now, in a deck that is running Azalina, I imagine something like Harvester of Envy is going to be an important card. The Mysterious Stranger, the 2-mana 2/3 Duder that reduces your stolen cards by 3. Like, getting those cards early is going to be really important. Mysterious Visitor, thank you. And those cards would be important, but like if you're not getting those cards often enough, I don't see the point of running her. And I think having that 20 card mulligan would be important in order to make this viable. So like you get 40 cards, it's all jumbled up. Half of it's your deck, which isn't probably very viable, and half of it's your opponent's deck. And if you draw halves and alternating conditions, it's a problem. Yeah, you can't play Renathal with this at all. No, that's another knock against it. I think it's just a meme card. This had a chance to be something, though. If you had a 20 card mulligan, now you're talking about like chances that you could use this in a combo deck. You have chances to use this in like a chance to use this as like a aggro top end. Just do like pirate aggro and then drop it down, and then like, this is like later. I don't know. Maybe 2 years from now they'll rotate and make sure she works that way. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That they've been I mean, the fact that they buffed cards before they went to Wild was incredible. All right. I will have fun with Undeath Sentence. I don't know how big a deal that's going to be in the greater scheme of Wild. Azalina's fun. Minesweeper's fun. Priest kind of got a shitty set as far as competitive play goes. As far as just like fun meme cookery, there's some cool shit here. I think there's some like fun, cool shit to play that's new. I don't know how much of it's really going to be like good enough. Like I'm going to get high rolled by Karov. I just know it. It's a death rattle. Oh God. We got one good card. Yeah, we got one good card. All right, Rugi. Time to look at rogues. Okay. Oh God, I got to pick it up, chat. Jade Guardians. Get 2 random 8-cost minions. They cost 1 less for each card you played for 2 mana this game. What? Oh, that's terrible. Okay. I'm moving on. I'm never playing that on purpose. Lotus Troublemaker. Battlecry. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy. Shoot. Times. What? Shoot 1 time? While holding this, play cards for 2 mana to shoot more. Why are they doing this 2 mana bullshit? Wait, what is this? What is this? Oh God. Oh no. All right. Thieves' Tools. Get 2 random 4-cost spells, reduce their cost by 2. What the fuck? Also bad. Nab is a 2 mana, deal 3 to a minion. If it dies, shuffle a copy of this into your deck. That costs 2. What? Blackpaw's Whip. Costs 1 less for each coin you're holding. Death Rattle, draw a card. Ooh, I like this. Does this get triggered by have we confirmed like this gets triggered by counterfeit coins? Okay. Okay. Clock it. Clock it. Wishing Well's back? You can't play this with Wishing Well. You can't play this with Wishing Well. Because with Wishing Well Rogue, as everybody that frequents my stream knows, the technology with Wishing Well Rogue is you run Meat Wagon and you run sketchy information so that you can throw out your Wishing Well on turn 2 with a prep sketchy information. And so I will not accept any other possible cheap Death Rattle card in my Wishing Well Rogue deck should I choose to do it. So no, I would not play this in Wishing Well Rogue. We have other shit to do, like get our Wishing Wells down on turn 2. Oh god, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. All right, Lotus Bookie is a 2-mana 2/2 Death Rattle. Get a coin. It's a Death Rattle. Blech. Defiance Wannabe. So 4-mana 2/2. Prepare. Combo. Get +1/+1 for each other card played this turn. Oh my god, it's back. Biteweed is back, chat. Look at Biteweed. Biteweed's grown so strong. Oh god, you got to spend so much mana for fucking Biteweed to work. God. It's Biteweed Wannabe. Picklock. All numbers on this card are equal to your remaining mana. Battlecry. Deal damage to an enemy minion. Looks like a combo card that Mark will have fun with. I'm never playing this. I don't think I'm ever playing this on purpose. Slice and Dice. 5 mana. Replay all cards you played this turn, targeting enemies if possible. End your turn. Surely there's a way to kill somebody with this, right? Surely there's a way to kill somebody with Slice and Dice. This can't be that hard. 5 mana is a lot, but the effect is kind of crazy. Start throwing in Sinister Strikes and Garrotes, and then like a bunch of shuffles or a bunch of draws, and then we Slice and Dice Vargoth. I don't know if it works that way. Mark's my dad. He said this card's broken. I mean, I'm sure he can win with this, but I don't think it's great. I've been thinking about how to make this card good since revealed, and its ceiling is so high. Vargoth, Slice and Dice, Sinister Strike, 75% chance of lethal. I don't think it works that way. I just don't know how this kills anyone. Guys, your turn ends. Vargoth plays this. I don't know. Just put it at the end of your Sinferno Garrote turn? Yes, that must be it. That must be it. People will play this in Garrote Rogue, and it will fucking suck. Aya, Lotus Kingpin. You always go second. Battlecry. Pick an upgraded counterfeit to replace your coins this game. Get 2. Her Battlecry is useless. It's whether or not you always want to go second. There are actually decks in Wild that want to go second. 777's Rogue. Miracle Rogue. I guess in theory, Alex Rogue always wants to go second. I think that effect is powerful. Is it powerful enough to run an extra brick in your deck? I mean, a lot of those decks that I just mentioned, maybe not the Alex Rogue, but at least for 777s and Miracle Rogue, we've been pretty brick tolerant for a long time now. People still run like Zeph and Lotheb in their Miracle Rogue deck, or people will run like Razor Scale or Starfish or Neophyte, a couple other cards that are kind of like meh, like minions that are meh in their 777's Rogue. I think we can afford to run the brick to guarantee we always get the coin. 777s and Miracle are about 6 to 7% higher win rates going second. That has to offset having the brick in your deck, right? Like that has to. So I think this card slots in immediately into... I think this card slots in immediately into those archetypes. And you ignore the Battlecry. I'm not even going to read the Battlecry coins. I'll read the Battlecry coins, fine. There's the Jade coin. Gain 1 mana crystal this turn only. Summon a Jade Golem. Gain 1 mana crystal this turn only. Get a random. One cost Kazakus Potion? Fucking why? Oh, Grammy Coin. Gain 1 mana this crystal turn only. Deal 2 damage to a random enemy minion. This is, like, I don't know. Which coin would you pick? Probably the damage one, right? Like, I'd probably do the random damage. So that I don't fuck up my board spaces and so that I don't fuck up my hand space. Yeah. Gadgets and theme? They are. They are. All right, Rogue. I think at least for Wild, Rogue is happy just getting Aya. Slice and Dice is fun, but I think we're happy just getting Aya. Anything else look anything remotely interesting? Not really to me. I'll be very honest, not really. Even the Black Paws Whip, that could be okay, but don't tell me Well Rogue because we're not building Well Rogue properly if we're talking about Well Rogue with that. All right, Shaman. Shaman didn't get a set. Unlucky. Unlucky Shaman didn't get a set. No, to be completely honest, guys, it's been a long review stream anyway. I don't think any of the Shaman cards are any good. Maybe the Disguised Detective can be played on either side, overload that player for 2. People are calling this mana burn. It's not mana burn because you're giving your opponent a fucking 4/3. Oh my god, no. And oh, this is okay. The Galagio Goon, one mana 1/3 elemental. After you play a Battlecry minion, give it +1/+1. That could be okay. That could be okay. Mana burn costs 0 and doesn't give your opponent a 4/3. Exactly. I just like people call it mana burn. I'm hoping ironically, but some of them aren't. Yeah, everything else is bad. The Mugsy, I'd like Mugsy. People are gonna try and make Mugsy work in like a Reno Shaman. Just like, but for 5, like every 5th minion your battle cry is double. That's worse than the quest. That's way worse than the quest. Tiny Pal is okay. Yeah, it's okay. Battle cries, choose your elemental ammunition. It's a 4 mana 3/2 weapon. Your hero attacks, frees 2 other random enemies. Choose another munition. After your hero attacks, deal 1 damage to all enemies. Choose another munition. After your hero attacks summon a random 3-cost minion. Give it taunt. Choose another munition. After your hero attacks, get a random battle cry minion. Cost 2 less, get a munition. Yeah, like I could see Tiny Pal being okay. But otherwise, I don't think. Otherwise, they try to make Mugsy work the set, and it's just. I think it's just bad, guys. I think it's just bad. So, in the interest of everybody's time, I'm moving on. Warlock. Okay, Ancient Augur. Battle Cry. Look at 3 cards in your opponent's hand and secretly choose 1. Death Rattle. Discard it. More disruption. I think this card is bad. I think this card is fun, but bad. Talklock can afford playing this. Like, you can play it, but I just, I think it's bad. Annihilation. Destroy all minions. Summon any destroy all minions. Summon any demons from the bottom 3 of your cards. Okay, so this costs 9 health. This costs 4 mana and 9 health. You're not guaranteed to get any minions. Augur's terrible, but people will play it and will beat you? Absolutely. You're cooking this day 1? I think it's bad. I think it's bad. If you're not guaranteed to get minions and demons in that bottom 3, it's not worth it. I think you're better off spending that mana on Crane Gain, that health on Crane Game. So I'm like, meh. It's like Crane Game, but worse. Q block is so back, it's so not. Thank you. Imp Gang Stooge, Taunt, Death Rattle. Put a 9/9 minion with Taunt and Lifesteal on the bottom of your deck. It's a 3 mana 2/5 demon with Taunt. At least it puts a good target down there, but I'm not convinced it's any good still. So you play this on 3, and then on turn 4, you're gonna break out the taunt with a turn 4 annihilation. But doesn't that make the Crane game worse? Because sometimes you're pulling the fucking Imp Gang Stooge. What if you do Blood Bloom into Crane game and you get 2 3-mana 2/5 taunts? I think I fucking end the stream. I think I take whoever sent that deck, I ban them for life, and then I end the stream. I think that's what ends up happening. Demonic Confinement. Make a minion go dormant for 2 turns. If it's a friendly minion, get a +3/+3 instead. Don't we have cards that already do this that are actually kind of okay? Like, I could see people teching this in for boars. I'm not saying it's good, but I could see people like, yeah, it's just like 2-mana red card. I could see people teching it in for boars. I don't think it's good, but I've seen people pay 3 mana for this effect in Druid and tell me it's good and try to sell me that it's good. Spire of Solitude. Summon a demon with stats equal to your hand size. It attacks a random enemy minion. And it's a token. Fishy, would you play this in Location Warlock? That's going to completely base my whole opinion on this. Would you play this in Location Warlock? Nope, way too slow and the deck never has large hands. Then it's complete and utter trash. Unseen Atlas. Draw 3 cards. Cost 1 less for each card in your hand. And since like a full hand means it costs 0 mana, draw 3, you can overdraw, and that's not a big deal because we'll talk about that later. But yeah, it's a 10 mana shadow spell, Unseen Atlas. Draw 3 cards, 1 less for each card in your hand. I think this card's gonna be good. This card's gonna be broken, yeah. Shadow Rounds. Deal 2 damage to an enemy minion. If it dies, cast this on another random enemy minion. This is just 2 mana, deal 4. This is trash. Guys, I'm getting annoyed by Imbue Mage on ladder. Does anyone know if the hero powers or disabled minion works against the 4 mana 3/5 that fires your hero power to all enemy minions? Yes, it does, but this is a card review. Cage Cranium, Taunt, Battle Cry. Gain 1 health for each card in your hand. It's a 3 mana 3/1, and it's undead. It's cheap. It's a cheap, big, stupid taunt. I don't hate it. I think it's probably good in Arena. KBLT is super high on Cage Cranium for some reason. I think it's okay in Arena. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. I can't go crazy for it, but I think it's okay. I think it's fine. Godfrey's nuts. Start of game. Overdrawn cards return to your hand when you have space. They cost 1 less. One thing, I wouldn't put that in my deck on purpose. I think that's fair, Timmy. It's a Godfrey's, not that it matters, but Godfrey's a 4 mana 5/4 undead. Godfrey the Betrayer. Evenlock is so back. I think this is the card that might break Seedlock again. Cards that you overdraw. Again, when hand space appears in your hand, cards that you overdraw show up at a random order. So you can't always guarantee that if you overdraw a billion cards, but the first card you overdrew was a mass production and you knew it would be a mass production, you don't necessarily get the mass production. But yes, it makes mass productions infinite. And because it makes mass productions infinite, it removes the 30 damage mass production cap that this had. So, like, yeah, we jam this into Seedlock immediately. And we try to overdraw mass production, and we go from there. What's kind of funny is you can, like, overdraw cards. Finley empties your hand, puts those overdrawn cards into your hand, and go, The animations might be ass. They might be ass. We will have to give it a chance to see. Godfrey plus 0 mana, draw 3 ends it. Yeah, I think this is the kind of card that might transform what Seedlock ends up looking like, for sure. Morag, prepare. Death Rattle. Summon a random demon from your deck. Give it Death Rattle, summon Morag. And it's a 10 mana 6/5 demon with no other keywords other than a Death Rattle. Ivan will play this because the diamond animation is sick. Everything else about the card is ass. Okay. So Warlock, I think, got a set just based off of Godfrey alone. Completely transforms how something like Seedlock might be played. People will randomly jam this in other decks because they don't like overdrawing cards and they don't want to bother keeping track of hand space. I am a little annoyed that, for me, Warlock's entire identity as a class now is let's make it easier to play the hard, interesting parts of Warlock. We're no longer give a shit about how much damage we deal to ourselves on our own turn because we have Hearthstone. We no longer give a shit about how many cards we're holding because when we burn them, we're just going to get them back with Godfrey. Like, we're making like Warlock as brain dead as possible. It's a little annoying. But Unseen Atlas is a nutty card. If we just had Godfrey, we'd be like, oh man, this set's amazing for Warlock. But we have Unseen Atlas, going to be a broken card. We've got, where are you? Is that it? Unseen Atlas is the other broken card? There's no other broken cards? Annihilation could at least be fun. I mean, I was surprised Godfrey isn't a battle cry. Let's see what ends up happening. At least Unseen Atlas is like a great second card. But the other cards aren't like that bad. Cage Cranium's like kind of okay. It can turn into a pretty big taunt pretty quickly. So like, I don't know. Hearthstone needs to be capped at least 8 HP to be salvaged. I don't know about that. I like doing powerful things. All right, Warrior. Rioter. It's a 3 mana 1/6. After a friendly minion survives damage, gain +1 attack. It's a big, stupid body. No other keywords. Rioter, I hardly. Give mech. I think mech. No tribe. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I think mech. It's friendly minion. It's not Berserker number 2. Maybe part of Berserker Warrior? It's friendly minion. It's not even Berserker, right? Like, Frothing Berserker is all minions. It's a lot better. It's twice as good, even. Ball and Chain is a 1 mana 1/2 weapon. Death Rattle. Give your damaged minions +1/+2. It's a Death Rattle. We can do better. I think. I think it's a fine turn 1 play, though, isn't it? Maybe it has a home in Enraged Warrior, but I don't know. We keep trying to do Enraged Warrior. This is better than Imbue Axe. I think it curves better, doesn't it? It curves better, but it doesn't give the same buffs. Do we ever run both Enraged Warrior friends? Do we ever run a Ball and Chains and Imbue Axes? We might. We might run 4 weapons in that deck. So think about it this way. So like you can swing twice with this. You could do a damage play on turn 2 and buff your minions, and then follow up with the axe immediately afterwards. Or yeah, you could play this and then break it with the Imbue Axe. So like, I think you run both. It's not a bad weapon if you're running both, I think. Release the Beast is a 2 mana spell. Give minions in your hand +1/+1. Give legendary minions +2/+1. I would never run this on purpose in my deck. Warp Tooth. Holy shit. Warp Tooth. Charge. If three friendly characters take damage on one of your turns, summon this from hand or deck. It is a 4-mana 3/3 and it has charge. And it's a beast. I don't even think you give a shit if you tutor this off of all you can eat. Because you can like you can enable the condition and it parachute brigands its ass out of your hand. I think we can double this with Hogger. That sounds like fun. I would, if I was still playing my favorite version of Skipper Odin Warrior, I would consider running this card in it. It's that good. It's that good, I think. You can just trade minions? Oh yeah, you can just trade minions. I think it's good. I think it's good. I think bodies early are good, and I think you can have some really crazy turn 1 burst turns with stats playing this. We're gonna fuck around with this for sure. Next expansion. Rampaging Hound. Prepare, Battlecry. Force all enemy minions to attack this. Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. Turn 3. Turn 2. Let's say turn 2. I have Rampaging Hound in my hand, and I prepare it. That makes it 4 mana. I could coin it out on 4. Is a 4 mana 3/12 that forces all enemy minions to attack it bad? I think this card is better than it looks. I think it's fringe wild playable. I think it's broken in arena. It's probably not good enough in wild, but it's close enough. I'm going to sniff it. There's a lot of cards like that this set, and that's what I love about this set so far. Some of these cards are gonna break one way. I don't think they're all gonna be like, nah, none of these are good enough in wild. Some we're gonna try and gonna be like, yeah, it turns out being kind of okay for wild. Yeah, sure. You have to have a 7-drop in your opener. Yeah, Dreadshot, but you're planning for it because you're like, all right, I'm gonna keep this because I'm going to prepare it. And you've always got Croc Shatter. I don't know. You could do worse. It's not really a 7-drop because you can prepare it. You can't think about it the same way. So much worse than Shocks? You're not wrong. I'm just saying. Like, it's like, yeah. Crowd Control. Deal 2 damage to all minions. If your deck has 25 or more cards, deal 2 more. 3 mana Fire Spell. This card is OP, right? Well, not OP, fair and balanced and playable. I'm not sure this card is good. I'm not sure this card is good. I think you play it in like a Renathal Warrior just to play it. It's 3 mana, deal 4. 4 is a good break point. But at some point, it becomes useless. This is better Rising Waves? It has to be early, right? Like, it's going to be trash late. And it's fire. Which does matter. Rising Waves is good in Druid because the Druid doesn't have an alternative. That's a true statement. This is worse than Aftershocks, in my opinion. I think it's worse than Croc Shatter. I think it's worse than... I'm not convinced it's any better than Bellowing Flames. Is this better than Bellowing Flames? If you run Hogger, it won't be late. If you run Hogger, you might never draw it. That'll be its own issue. I think we have an abundance of clears in Warrior already. Crowd Control seems worse than those. Flames is 5 mana, but hits only enemy minions? In Hogger XL, where you think the card's fine? I think it's like, if I'm running this, I think it is my 5th or 6th board clear. I think I would run this before I would run Brawl, if that makes sense. I would rather run this than Brawl. But I don't, like, that's in a class where I've got a lot of choices for clears. This is Elemental Destruction with no Overload and Renathal Warrior until it's no longer early to mid game. Yeah. It's okay. I think it's okay. I'd run it before I would run Brawl. I'm going to leave it at that. Scramble for gear. Gain 2 armor. Shuffle 5 gear spells into your deck that give 2 armor when drawn. This has really funny synergy with Ethereal Oracle. I think it's kind of a weird card, and I don't love it until I remember that Ethereal Oracle is a card that we have in our catalog of wild stuff. And it does make your crowd control a little bit better and a little bit more palpable. 1 mana gain 12. Yeah, if you pull it off, 1 mana gain 12. It's also nice that it does break up from the depths. Well, Obesius, it could be good to break up from the depths, especially if you know that you're not going to be able to fill it Finley anytime soon. So, like, there we have it, enable for crowd control. I don't know. Do we need to enable crowd control? I think this is okay. This is okay. I don't hate it. People are going to try it in Wild. It's another cheap way to gain armor. And, like, you could do some funny stuff with Oracle so that Oracle's not drawing spells anymore, but I'm not in love with it. I'm not in love with it. Taunt has +5 attack if your deck has 25 or more cards. It's a 4 mana 7/7 taunt in those conditions. I think I want to do something else with 7 mana. With 4 mana. It's not bad. It's just Disguised Watchman. I love these cards. Can be played on either side. It's a 4 mana 2/4. Battlecry, deal 1 damage to all friendly minions twice. So you could clear an opponent's board and give them a 2 mana 2/4. Or you can use it and you're in Rage Warrior. You're perfectly happy with either of those outcomes. I think it's going to see... I think 2 mana is a little bit too expensive, but I think if you made it cheaper, the effect is too strong. This doesn't clear most boards? I don't know. It clears a Party Fiend and a buff. Cracks open a Bonewag Egg. This is unplayable. I don't want to spend 2 mana on this is the problem. And I don't want to give my opponent a overstated minion. But I could use it on my board. Yeah, it gives your opponent a board. Some people are running Immolation Aura in DH. Yeah, but that's different. If you're running Immolation Aura in DH, you're running Immolation Aura because it blows up your own shit as well. At the same time. It's not fat within range stuff. We have cheaper in range stuff, I think. I don't know. People are going to cook with this. I don't think it's good enough, but it's good enough that people are going to cook with it. Chainbreaker Hogger. Start of game. Duplicate all other legendary cards in your deck. Taunt. Start of game. Duplicate all legendary cards in your deck. It's an 8 mana 10/10 taunt. This is going to be fun. People are going to absolutely be cooking with this. I've read so many stupid ideas for what to do at Hogger, and I've read like so many talented ideas for what to do at Hogger. Immediately, I think competitive wise, it's going to make plus 100 armor warrior better. 2 ceaseless expanses, 2 pole celts, 2 Xaviers, do 2 Odins. You know, there's a, you know, we can double up patches. You could run it in aggro decks. You can run it in control decks. I think there's going to be situations where it makes sense to run it in combo decks. I think it's just like a really, really good card, really fun card, in that it's going to, I think it's going to really get people's imaginations going, which has been, I think, a theme of exactly how this is going to be, a theme of exactly what they've been pulling off in this expansion, I think, successfully. All right, so I think Hogger, if you just got Hogger, the set's fantastic for Warrior. You'd have so much fun with just Hogger. But we have some decent cards. All right, Crowd Control, you could sell me on as being an okay, you know, 4 AoE is kind of okay. Best card of set, High Key? It might be. It might be. We got to play with it, right? I want to see what people end up doing with it. I think Warp Tooth is possibly the best card in the set. Possibly. Warp Tooth is up there. Warp Tooth is insane. Ball and Chain is possibly really good in Enrage Warrior. You know, good card, bad deck, but we'll see. I don't know. Warrior did very well. I think Warrior's eaten pretty good. I like the Warrior set. Do we have the neutrals? Do I have to go to like all classes? Are neutrals all the way at the bottom? Let's say of all classes. There's Priest, Death Knight, neutrals. Okay. Neutrals. Inspector Murloc Holmes. Scroll down. Shmoopy, you missed it. It was at the bottom, but you missed it. Who gives a shit, Buzzer Food? Inspector Murloc Holmes. Battlecry. Investigate a card in the enemy hand. If they play this card with that name next, if they play a card with that name next turn, so if they have 2 copies of it, you have 2 chances at it, 2 bites of the apple. Get 3 coins. People are going to say that this card is dog shit and unplayable, except for the fact that Murloc Holmes ends up curving into Reno Lone Ranger. So you will see this card in piles, especially against aggro decks. And yes, I will lose to Inspector Murloc Holmes. Coin, coin, coin. Reno Lone Ranger on turn 5. Uh-oh. Oh, no. All right, I guess we'll try it now. Hold on. I have to make it big. That's what I have to do. Okay. I was trying to avoid that. Global Guard, Death Rattle. You can say sorry now this game. It's a 1 mana, 1/3. It's not like the worst 1 mana. It did matter, but fuck you anyway. Now you can say sorry. Violet Punisher. So 3 mana, 4/3. Battlecry. Choose an enemy minion. Steal its bonus effects and gain +1/+1 for each stolen. Now it's a now it's a we have a Ziliax tech card, chat. It's bad. Solitary Prisoner. Costs 2 if there are no minions on the battlefield. A 2 mana, 5/3. Is that worth it? Did you know that Global Guard is a mech? It's not. Fuck you. All right. I can see there's no tag from here. Bad. Okay, cool. Moving on. Sewer Imp. Taunt, Death Rattle. Deal 2 damage to all enemies. 6 mana, 4/6 Demon. Seems like an arena card. No thanks. It is an imp though, so we get synergy with Imp King Rafam. Arachnithid. Rush. All friendly minions are poisonous. It's a 7 mana, 1/7 beast. It's gonna own the arena. This is gonna be so annoying when this comes down and just clears stuff. Rat Burglar. Okay, this card. At the end of your turn, steal all cards that enter your opponent's hand during your turn. Excuse me? It's a 4 mana, 2/6. We have so many ways to draw the opponent cards in Wild, and also we have like Togwaggle, and also we have Cho, and also we have stupid ways to add cards to the opponent's hand, and we can steal all of them with Rat Burglar. I think people are going Rat Burglar Glide, and they are just they're going Rat Burglar Glide, and they're completely missing the point. This card is going to be infuriating to play against. Absolutely, positively infuriating to play against. And I am going to absolutely hate it. I think Rat Burglar Glide sucks. I think the best place to use this card is probably going to be in some form of Druid, and I'm probably going to hate it. Jailbird Taunt. Whenever you prepare while holding this, reduce its card cost by the same amount. I would say that it's not very good, except it has Taunt, and it's basically mana cheat. It's basically a 0 mana 3/4 Taunt. If prepare is any good, this will be good. Disguised Executioner. Rat Burglar for the TikTok mirror? I don't think it works that way. Disguised Executioner can be played on either side. Battlecry, destroy random adjacent minion. Seems bad. Escape Artist. After this attacks and survives, draw a card and escape the game. So I imagine that the 2 mana 4/4 poofs, and it doesn't force a draw, right? We don't escape the game and force a draw when Escape Artist attacks, right? Surely. Seems bad. I wouldn't play it on purpose. Isn't a 3 mana 5/4 good in a deck with no minions and can kill some big stuff sometimes? Seems pretty fringe. I don't know. It's 3 mana single. 3 mana Tinkady, it's 3 mana single target removal. And you're giving them a 5/4. Battlecry, draw 2 cards. If they're both minions, gain charge. This card is playable in Exile Shadow Priest. I think no, but is it? It's card draw in Exile Shadow Priest. It might be all right if you want to kill your own minion. We're still talking about this card. Maybe it has some fringe cases. I don't know. I think we're spending too much time on it. I wish it didn't cost 5. I wish it didn't cost 5. If it didn't cost 5, if it was cheaper, I would sniff it. I don't know if I sniff it. Captured Archmage. Death Rattle. If you have 4 other captured Archmages die this game, cast Fireball at a random enemy. It's a 2 mana 3/2. So you could do the Boar combo. People keep going, oh, yeah, Boar combo. And you do this. We do this, guys. It's not even It's not even Elwyn Boar at home. You only get 3 fucking fireballs for it. You only get 18 damage. I don't know. I don't think it's good. Togwaggle, Smuggler King. Battlecry, shuffle both players' hands together. So apparently, if I have 2 cards and you have 10 cards, I will get 2 cards back, meaning I will get like 1 card, and you will get 1 new card. Tog is a lot worse. Tog is a lot worse than he looks. I think Tog is bad. I think I will lose to Tog. But you don't get... the cards aren't evenly distributed. It's however many cards get put in, that's how many cards you get out. So he's bad. So does it remove their hand? I mean, it does with the silly rat card, yeah. It does with Rat Burglar. But it doesn't neutralize hand advantage now. He's 8 mana. I mean, listen, I'm assuming we're playing him in Druid because it's comical to play him in any class that isn't Druid. Let's put it that way. It's bad. It's a bad Tog. Infernal. Fucking Mizell was having a chubby over this one. All right, Death Rattle, deal 3 damage to all other characters. Also triggers in hand or deck. So if you discard it or destroy it, or I guess in theory overdraw it, blow it up. It deals 3 OE. It's actually kind of an interesting effect. It's actually not that. I don't know if I'd plan around it, but having a neutral 3 AoE kind of accessible to all cards, it's interesting. Burnlock? Fuck no. That deck doesn't exist anymore. Is this playable in Seedlock for the Overdraw, High Roll, or Catacombs discard? I think not. I don't think so either. This goes in a Magamemnon combo decks with discard. Nobody plays those decks, so I think we're okay. It's a Hellfire on your communion. Yeah, nobody's giving me any kind of good. No, this card sucks. Okay, good. Reckless Detective, Rush, Death Rattle, get Detective's Clothes that give +4/+4 and Rush. That's kind of fun. Looks bad. Activated Golem at the end of each turn, gain Reborn. That's annoying. It's a 4-mana 4/5. Anyway. Alarm-O-Matic at the start of your turn. Swap this minion with a random one in your opponent's hand. It's a 3-mana 0/3. Oh no. Boar Tech, they're going to kill it so quick. It's such a waste of time to play this. It's at the start of your turn. It's not at the end of your turn. What if we nerfed Dirty Rat? Well, what I think is interesting is that you get it on your board. Is Activated Golem good, though? In Arena? It's 4 mana, chat. Come on. This is gonna be unkillable in Arena. This is far from unkillable in any other circumstance. Reborn Yeti. Yeah, I don't know. You guys are spending too much time on the Activated Golem. I think Alarm-O-Matic is gonna screw some Quasar rogues and make people say funny stuff. Attack against that Heal Priest with 0 spells. This one? This one? I don't know. Frantic Forager. Battlecry. Get a random playable spell. It is temporary. Seems fine in an arena. I'm never putting it in my deck on purpose. Pickpocket. But it's all funny. It's a mech. It's 2 mana, 2/3. Battlecry. If your deck has 25 or more cards, draw a card. When am I playing Pickpocket, chat? Am I ever playing Pickpocket? I think it's a mech, which is bad. I love Novice Engineer. It's not even Novice Engineer. Like, I want to play Timeline Accelerator a lot of times. I'm not playing this. I'm moving on. Conceal Confection. Death Rattle, get a random weapon. It's a 1 mana 1/2. Can't wait to play this in Arena. And it's a mech. Zuramat's Prison. Okay, this card is cool. Choose a card to discard and summon a 5/5 taunt. Death Rattle, free Zuramat, who plays 1 each turn. Okay. At the end of your turn, play a card discarded by Zuramat's Prison. Has anybody given me... Does anybody know if Zuramat ends up repeating cards? Or does it go through all 3 cards that you discounted? Because I'm only asking because this could be very funny in like a Hostage Mage. He doesn't repeat? Okay, so once it's 3, it's done? All right, never mind. And if he repeated, it'd be funny in Hostage Mage because you could like discard a Frost Nova and then drop and then like break the location, right? Trigger the Death Rattle. Free Zuramat. You know, potion it so you get a 1 mana 1/1 Zuramat and you keep going from there. Cho'Gall support? Oh. Yeah, it sucks. If it was infinite, it'd be funny. It's not infinite. It sucks. Meh. Warden Maiev. After you play a minion, give it +3/+3 and make it go dormant for 1 turn. Chat, people thought this was going to break stuff in Wild. I think it's funny to hide things for a combo next turn, but it's going to have to be something like that. Like, you're going to have to pair it with, like, Spirit of the Shark, but if you're pairing it with Spirit of the Shark, you're paying 6 mana to hide your shark. I feel like you can get better rates in other countries. All right, Black Market Auctioneer. Prepare whenever you cast a spell, draw a card. This is kind of spooky, is it not? Isn't Black Market Auctioneer kind of spooky? Duskfallen Aviana support? That's not a, yeah. If we're going back to my Evan being like, Duskfallen Aviana support, it's not worth talking about. Black Market Auctioneer. 9 mana, Keck W. It's got prepare, dumbass. It's never 9 mana. Maxie says it's busted. It's spooky to me. It's spooky to me. Nine mana is 9 mana, even if it's over multiple turns. Yeah, but we're not doing a whole lot of anything. If we're playing Auctioneer Druid, we're not doing a whole lot of anything with our setup turns. I don't know. I'm spooked by this. I hope it's bad. Let me just say I hope it's bad. Did Auctioneer Druid ever pass turn 4? Sometimes. I don't know. I'm spooked. Defy a Smuggler. 3 mana, 2/3. Prepare. Battlecry. Give a friendly minion +2 attack and rush. I don't know. Seems bad. Vanessa Ringleader. And this is our last one. How has she done? She's been broken in Standard, right? Prepare after you play a Battlecry card, get a random Battlecry minion. It costs 2 less. And like sometimes shit's free and she starts going nuts. I thought about putting this card. I thought about putting Vanessa in. I've thought about putting her in like my budget. I thought about putting her in my budget Reno Warrior list because she's a value generator. And will then generate other stuff. And also in budget Reno Warrior, I was running a lot of 1 mana stuff. So like we can like prep beforehand and then bunch of crazy shit afterwards. Best card in the best deck in Standard? All right, so she's doing pretty well. She's gangbusters. Got it. All right. Full set review. My full opinion on the set in general. I like that while there are some parasitic packages, the whole set isn't just a web of parasitic packages thrown together. There's real interesting card design going on. And by interesting, what I mean by that is it's at least making us think about how to build decks. And intrigued and curious and kind of like excited to be like, hey, I'm going to cook this really bad so-and-so. I wonder how it's going to work. Maybe it'll be okay. Maybe it won't be okay. Stuff like Hogger, stuff like the DH Legendary, stuff like Warp Tooth. Like, it has people brewing in a way that previous expansions haven't done. And while not all of it's going to be good, I think a lot of it's going to be fun. And if the expansion's fun, and if Standard's fun, and if cooking is fun, and if it takes a little bit of time to cook the expansion to get the best that we can out of the set, I think that's a good thing, not a bad thing. All right? What does Parasite mean in this context? Like, they're never going to print another Void Soul card ever in the history of Blizzard ever. So this is considered a parasitic package. The Void Soul cards are only going to exist in this expansion to work with Void Soul cards. They might have other synergy outside of that, but it'll be completely accidental. It'll just be Void Soul stuff. And having some of this is good card design, by the way, because some players need a little direction on what they want to do. And also, it's easy to design around a single unified mechanic. It's not necessarily a dirty word. Not necessarily a dirty word. All right. Okay. It has been long. It has been, holy shit, almost a 3-hour review. So I'm going to finish up right now with some parting words. So, love the card design, this expansion. Love the possibilities we have for cooking. Love the way that I think the new cards are going to come in and shake up the wild meta for sure. I don't think the wild meta could possibly be the same after this expansion releases, which I think is really good because I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty burned out on this meta. And so I'm excited to see what new cards come this way for once. Usually I'm filled with anxiety, but actually I don't mind. And so if you enjoyed this content, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing on my YouTube channel. And special thanks to everybody who hung out tonight live to bounce ideas off of me, and vice versa, because I think doing these live can be a lot of fun. Sometimes I like doing them on my own, but sometimes live, chatters always think of stuff that I would never think of before. Special thanks to my members on YouTube: Fosk Frisk, Simsy, Robert Tusk, Beastie, Pug Pleased, Big Pim Shimp, Sean 1 Trillion, Wrong Mindset, May, Zhu Shen, Team of the Kaido, and Wide Peepo Happy. Let's see where I can send peoples. All right. 65 people still hanging out for a gigantic fucking yap. Incredible. There's a man playing BGs without a shirt on, chat. Is that where you guys want to go? Is that where we're supposed to go? Who am I following? To whom am I following? You got Cantaloupe. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Concerned Mom. Concerned Mom is playing wild. Concerned Mom is playing wild. Fuck it. You guys can go watch a shirtless guy. I'm going to raid Concerned Mom because Concerned Mom's playing wild. This is a 5-alarm fire. Go say hi to Concerned Mom, an OG of wild, playing some sort of warlock. I don't know. We'll check out what it is. Have a good night. I'll see everybody tomorrow.